Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe ads are not bad, ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild west of the internet today. It is Monday, May 18th, 2026, in the year of our Lord. We're coming to you live and in living color from an undisclosed yet beautiful, almost summer location in the hills of Austin, Texas. We are brought to you by Northbeam, Incense, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, Aftersell, Axon by AppLovin, Proxima AI, and Universal Ads. And we have got a jam-packed show for you today. Shein has purchased Everlane. That is correct. The often spoken against Shein of fast fashion has bought Everlane, one of the D2C darlings of the 2010s, for approximately $100 million. No one's really getting the bag. They're just paying off some debt. There was a modern day John Henry versus Steam Machine story that played out over the weekend. Is this the future of 3PLs, man versus machine? We're going to dive into it. And is the feed fake? New York Magazine says it is. There may be something for all of us to learn from who want to sell widgets on the interwebs. We're going to be joined by Dan Melnick, co-founder and CEO of Zing. We're going to be joined by Sean Agatep of Vincero Collective. We're also going to be joined by Cody Wittick, who has just come back to us from the Meta Marketing Performance Summit. And he's going to give us a roundup of everything that happened there. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get in here. Get inside of this show. Get in here.
Let's go.
May I just say, a little change up with the red shirt today. Looking quite nice, sir. Quite dapper on this Monday morning.
Whoa. This is not a red shirt.
This is red.
Salmon, Chris. This is salmon.
Wow. Only broke boys wear red. It's the fancy boys that wear salmon. You know what it is? This is New England summer. You're getting ready for New England summer.
Yeah.
It's calling to you. It's calling to you to come back. Is that what this is?
Drake dropped 3 albums. I'm wearing salmon. I mean, there's a couple more items. I get married this week. I mean, there's a couple more items.
Congratulations, by the way.
This is going to be the best summer of my life. You know what I mean?
Best summer. This is Colin Doherty summer. No longer white boy summer. It is Colin Doherty summer. First story of the day. The current thing, Colin Doherty, is that Shein has purchased Everlane, D2C darling of the 2010s, for $100 million. We got the scoop from Lauren Sherman over the weekend. Everlane sold to Shein for $100 million. The irony of this, Corey Dobbin brings out from the other side. Next tweet, Jack. I'm reading from Corey now. I don't blame them for taking the deal because it's huge. We're going to get into those details. Maybe not so huge, but it feels so wrong for this brand to be bought out by Shein, the poster child for unsustainable fast fashion. Sustainability was a central component of their brand positioning. Nothing is sacred. Some more details here from RF Kenmore. I don't know what RF Kenmore does, but he is one of my favorite tweeters. Sweet irony. You can see these pics here from Everlane's website. We believe we can all make a difference our way. Exceptional quality, ethical factories, radical transparency, our ethical approach. You can see all these. Obviously, Shein, not known for that. They are known for producing the fastest of fashion at barely cost anything prices. Your thoughts on this, Colin, as we step into this? I mean, it seems like it is a mismatch, but methinks there was something going on underneath the surface, and they needed the money to get out of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty sad. What's hilarious is, not super hilarious, but 10 years ago, if you would have said a company sold for $100 million, you'd be like, wow, they made out like bandits. This is incredible. And not in today's day and age, including the capital terms that Everlane agreed to. I think they've raised a little over $200 million. And so basically this is not a net positive for them whatsoever. This is just saving their teeth a little bit.
Drew Fallon has the details for us
Yeah.
on this. Jack, let's move forward to Drew's tweet here. No, not Rachel. Move forward a couple to Drew Fallon. Yeah. Shein to acquire Everlane for $100 million. Everlane story, D2C darling, founded in 2011. Everlane raised about $200 million over its life, reached about 170 in most recent year sales, a far cry from the projected 500 million plus revenues it marketed in 2020 when the L. Catterton deal happened. 2011 seed round 1.1, 2012 1.1, 2016 a Series D led by Light Street Capital, 2020 85 mil led by L. Catterton at a $550 million valuation. Then here comes the debt. September 2022, 65 million CIT asset-backed debt facility. November 2022, 25 million term loan from the Gordon brothers. The last $90 million in capital or so raised was debt, with the real tell being Gordon brothers showing up in the mix. They're a bit of a lender of last resort, signaling that virtually every other funding source for Everlane was dried up by the end of 2022, which coincides perfectly with the capital market for apparel brands getting extremely difficult. And you can see here the search interest over time peaking in 2020 and on the decline ever since. I would say that Everlane to me is reminiscent of everything I think of when I think of millennial marketing. It's like the consummate millennial brand. It's basics, it's cool wear, but it's minimalistic, lots of white space, costs more. And it's all about changing the world. Millennials at their core want to be part of a great purpose that changes the world. They don't just want to go to work like their boomer parents did for 40 years and say goodbye. They actually want to do something with their lives. This was all the marketing and the ethos coming out of college in 2009 and 2010. And Everlane was born, ethical standards, etc. Everybody loved it. Now here we are several years later, post-COVID, and they're basically just getting out is what they are, and taking care of their debt along the way. Original investors aren't getting anything here. Sad to see, and it's contrary to what you would think. Like you pointed out, somebody gets 100 mil, you're celebrating. For them, because they raised so much on the way, nobody's getting the bag.
Yeah, it's also counter signaling to the fact that using that type of sustainability and all of those different kind of virtue as a brand is no longer a viable option. And so that used to be really strong in, I would say, the early-ish 2000s-ish kind of playbook where you would attach yourself to, think of the Tom shoes, like, we make one, we donate one, or something along those lines, where it is that next level of, hey, this is going to be more than a brand. It's going to be an actual mission. That type of marketing is fully dead. I think nobody else, that's not really working anymore. And you kind of have to have some more teeth than just that.
It doesn't seem to have the same teeth that it used to. I'll say that.
It used to have. Yeah, it used to.
I'll say, I mean, I'm not even aware of who are the leading voices for ethical what? I can't even think of it, who it is. And I say that because it's like not at the forefront of my mind. And apparel is like my favorite category. So it's significant. Kaya Rhodes of Anatar, who we look forward to seeing the automated made in America machine that they are bringing forth. She actually put this out. This must be why Shein reached out last week. Very interesting. Very interesting. Shein reaching out to Kaya. This must be why Shein reached out last week. Very interesting. Rachel Carton had this to say, Everlane on Instagram 2 days ago. Better isn't a mood. It's a standard we refuse to lower. I would say, you know, I know Shein's got the bad rep. You know, they've got the reputation for reasons that they have it. What if I'm just asking the question though, what if they work with Kaya and they make Everlane clothes in the United States and they have a way to automate? I mean, it could be that they find a way forward to match Everlane's, you know, core principles. And maybe I'm reaching. But I wonder specifically with them having reached out to Kaya, maybe there's a way forward and they're going to try and chart a new path rather than just leaning on their fast fashion past here. Do you think there's something there?
I don't know. In 2026, I wouldn't wish an apparel company on my worst enemy. I would say, hey, how would you like your worst enemy to suffer? I would say get them into a D2C apparel company.
Stop it.
And I can watch them just basically cry every single day. Because the D2C company of 2026 does not work with the apparel playbook right now. You have to bake in a ton of different stuff with subscription and repeat and all of that and AOV pushing. The only one who has really successfully pulled it off, in my opinion, perfectly has been True Classic. I mean, truly, truly perfectly at aggressive scale. I would not wish apparel on my worst enemy. I would.
Well, you know, here's what I'll say. Apparel's always what I want to do. It's always what I want to do. Always.
Yeah.
I was talking with a guy this morning. And he was like, hey, I got this idea. I was like, hey, bro, I actually been kind of playing around with this idea for like 18 months, you know. It's always what I want to do. It's always what I want to do. Michael Brandt, CEO, co-founder of Ketone IQ, he pointed out, hey, like D2C is a channel. It's a channel. Yep. Okay. It is a channel for your company. You need to build a company. That means selling everywhere and in every way and doing so profitably where and when you can so that you can have cash flow at the end of the day. And I do think you bring up a good point. Like selling has gotten harder. Selling profitably has gotten harder. You got return size exchanges built in with apparel. It's tough. It's rough. Hate that. Eats into your margins. Our good friend Fanbuy had a little bit to sprinkle on us here. Bring up this tweet from Fanbuy for us, Jack. And I'm going to focus on the last half here. He recaps some of the numbers of this deal, but he says, cue the X takes declaring the death of D2C. But that's the wrong take. Look at 2026. Groons launched to 1.2 Bs, Unilever acquisition in 30 months, 300 million in D2C subscription revenue. Huel, 350 million revenue sold to Dannon for 1.15 Bs on the back of world-class digital execution. D2C isn't broken. Apparel is just a structurally unforgiving category, which you brought up here. High inventory risk, intense fashion cycles, loyalty that has to be re-earned every single season. I used to love Everlane's marketing. The aesthetic was beautiful. The transparency felt genuinely novel. For a while, it felt like the future of retail. Then I moved on. Apparently, so did everyone else. Everlane built one of the great brand moments of the last decade. They just couldn't outlast it. And I will say, I remember Everlane from the last decade. They are iconic from that time period for me. I admit, I wasn't much aware of their existence in the past 24 months. I didn't think about them that much. I didn't. I know that's not that's no shade to anyone, but it is a bit of a echoing of fans' point here. I didn't remember them that much.
I didn't either. I mean, I don't even have a single thing that is Everlane. Do you?
I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
But you know, I did remember people like Buck Mason. You know,
Buck
I do
Mason's great.
remember people like True Classic. I
There we
do
go.
remember Poncho Outdoors. Poncho, when it comes to men's shirts, they like found their way in with fishing shirts, but people don't actually wear them to go fish. I mean, they could, but where men wear them is everywhere, every way, at every, you know, they want to look good, feel good. They're going to buy Poncho shirts. I agree. It's a hard category. Apparel's hard,
Crazy
but
hard.
if you can harness cool, that elusive X factor of cool,
Wow.
there's a lot of dollars to be made. There's a lot of
Hard
dollars to be
pass.
made. And I'll say this, you know, what was so great about Bruce Bolt and its rise when we were there, and were there lots of great features? Of course there were. Of course, great product, blah, 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 great founder story, all the things. But the main thing that it was cool. It was cool, man. And when you can get that elusive little gem of cool, you add lots of zeros to the rear end of your P&L. That is what happens. And so pour one out for Everlane. Hard to see. Hope it still has a future though.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, you can start an apparel company and I'll start a supplement company and we could see which one of us gets to $1 million first.
Yeah. But you know, also there's just like, do you like it? Like sometimes there's just something to that. Like, do I like this? Do I dig it? You know, if you do dig it, and I know there's a counter argument here, like, well, I dig cash. So that's a good point. Okay, that's a good point. But I will say sometimes it's okay probably to just do what you like and figure out a way to make money on it. I mean, I think there's credence to that if you dig apparel.
You can have 4 supplement brands. Those will actually be the money makers. And then you can have the 5th one, which is the apparel brand that'll basically lose money every single month.
All right. Fair enough. That being said, we need to bring on some wildly profitable apparel brands now. We need more of you to come here and talk to us and tell us why, you know, you can still make money with textiles. If nothing else, I truly believe that Kaya over at Anatar is paving the way for that. Made in the USA. I think there's a lot of story there too. Now, as we move forward to our stories of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Postscript. Focus is an amazing thing, is it not? Yes, it is. When you focus, you get outsized results. That's why when people make the switch from whatever SMS partner they're at right now, does 6 or 7 things altogether, to Postscript, who only does SMS marketing, they see an average plus 22% increase in SMS revenue. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being a top 1% on the account in the entire program. How did that happen? I just did what they said. And what they are saying is that there's a ton of money on the table when your customers text you back. You're leaving them on red, or even worse, you're sending them some auto email responder, email us at blah, blah, blah. Their AI shopper can have conversations at scale with all of your customers, and they can do so while you take a mid-afternoon nap. Go get the conversation report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversational report. You can get all the data there. Go talk with Postscript. Get their AI shopper on your store today. Brand knowledge, brand product specificity, all of the things. Nate Legos turned this thing on, made an extra $17,000 in one day. Many thanks for Postscript being part of the show. Now, man versus machine, baby. Man versus machine. This story played out over the weekend, a modern day John Henry, if you will. This comes to us by way of Brett Adcock. We covered his live stream where they were showing his robot, the Helix 02, turning over packages as they go down the factory line. We covered this, and what they ran over the weekend was a man versus machine competition. Details were here, head to head for 10 straight hours. Whichever team sorts the most packages wins. Following California labor laws, human gets both meal breaks and paid rest breaks during the shift. Test is small package sorting. Must detect the barcode, pick up the package, reorient it, barcode face down onto the conveyor. Our bet was that his bet was that the human would be faster but fatigue, and brakes would slow him down. Also, tortoise and hare situation possible. Nobody told the intern to let the robots win. This one, he says, was anybody's guess who would win. Who do you think won, Colin? You may already know.
I already know.
You already know. The machine won. The machine won. No. The machine did not win.
No, the human won.
The human won. The human won.
Yeah.
Although the machine did pass him. Bring us to this, Jack. Move us forward one. The machine did pass him at a certain point.
Yep.
Because why? He had to take a potty break.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing about humans, is that their batteries need to be recharged too. They have to go and, they have fluids and all of the things. We have our own systems, though they be organic. We have our own systems that need to be taken care of. And the machine did pass him at a certain point. Polymarket tweeted it while it was happening. I think the final count here, the human's name was AIM. Congrats to AIM. He said his left forearm is basically broken, but he basically moved about 200 more packages over a 10-hour shift. I don't think that's all that much, really. I mean,
It's
2
terrible.
packages? It's not that much. It's not that much. Brett says this is the last time a human will ever win. Your thoughts on this, Colin? Exciting. Nevertheless, there was a lot of conversation we had over the weekend about, is this the future of 3PL? Sam Mendelson, Matt Schroeder. A lot of people had a lot to say. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I hate the fact that they did this in this shift format, because that's actually not the real kind of meta of this robot. They should have done a 24-hour shift, and then you would have seen the actual just crushingness of this robot, because guess what? The human has to sleep for 7, 8 hours, maybe 6.5 if he wants to do it. But the thing is, that robot is going to be absolutely destroying him while he sleeps the entire time. And then you see that photo of him being like, yay, I just won. And then the next frame right next to it is the robot still going after it.
True.
And so, yeah, maybe he won in like spirit, but like this is over. Like this is way over.
He won in spirit.
Yeah.
Won in spirit, which humans do have a spirit, and
Yeah.
robots don't. So, tag one for Team Human there. But this is a good point. And, actually, I went to this tweet I went to find it, and the robot's still going. And the robot's still going, and he's done like 100,000 packages at this point. And so, like, this is a very valid point. I think they have to rotate them in. There's like a Bob, I think there's a Mary, they have different like name tags for the robots. So I do think that they have to have their batteries recharged at a certain point. Actually, I can just check this, because this was the original tweet. I'm looking at it right now. And yeah, Jim is in right now. Jim. So new robot. They have covered, since this live stream has started, they have covered 119,060 packages.
But then when is their recharge hourly? Is it like a 10-hour battery, or like what's the deal there?
I don't know, but it looks like they're starting a new competition literally right now. I'm looking at it. Intern total packages, FO3, he's up 3. Yeah, AIM's back. AIM is back. It looks like he's back for another shift.
But like you said in there in the tweet, he's like, basically my left arm is broken.
Yeah.
It's like, cool. The robot literally, this is like the robot was like, Blip, that was nothing to me. I'll just keep rolling.
Just keep going. And then I will go back and recharge.
And then I'll hallucinate and ride the bike.
And then tag my buddy in.
Yeah, look at this.
Brett also brought up that AIM's fingers were blistered. So, humans have wear and tear. They do. It's part of the factor in this part of the situation. Interesting to say the least.
These batteries are going to get so good that it's going to, the first one is going to be like a 12-hour battery, where it's like, you got to change these out every half a day. And then it's going to be there's going to be the first 24-hour robot. That'll be the huge breakthrough, where it's like, this thing can last a full day. From there, it's going to be, this thing can last a full 7 days. And then at that point, it's like, I mean, we're already cooked. This thing can just keep on producing.
One
Like,
one one thing that Matt Schroeder brought up is that they have a piece of equipment that costs $225,000.
yeah,
It's supposed to do the work of 3 people. It takes a single operator and it cooks.
yeah,
Now,
cooks.
he said that thing has been down 25% of the time. And
Interesting.
when it's down, he's got to move 3 people over to do the same job. And I think this is like an important piece of this, and this is like an argument and both kind of like a reality check for more specialized automation machinery that is available and already productive and useful inside of a warehouse type 3PL situation. Reality check, machines break. Reality check, highly specialized non-humanoid form robots and machinery already exist that is expediting the process and work inside a warehouse, but it's down. Sometimes it's down. Quarter of the time it's down, and he's got to literally move 3 people. He's got to find 3 people to do the same job while that happens. His take was, if I am a humanless organization, these things are going to break at some point, and I got big problems on my hands. I do find it. I've thought about the humanoid form over the weekend more. I think if you can train the humanoid to do a number of very specific tasks, then you've got a real humdinger on your hands.
Yeah.
You've got something that's very valuable. Obviously, it's just flipping packages right now. And there's argument to be made. You can buy a big piece of machinery that speeds all this up and does it a lot better. It already exists. But if you can train said humanoid, who eventually, like you said, has a 24-hour battery, can go 7 days a week, all the time, et cetera, and it can do a number of different tasks, and it's coordinated with its other humanoid friends, probably still need a significant amount of humans in the loop, humans around to step in and be available to get blisters if they need to.
Yeah.
If you can find a way to make those humanoids do a number of different specific tasks, then
Yes.
maybe that is the future, with a significant amount of humans around at the same time.
We'll talk about a crazy role that just opened up is basically humanoid technician in the future. That's going to be big time, because all these things are going to be going down. You're going to need somebody to actually be like, hey, Joe went down. Can you come in the warehouse and help fix him up? And it's like, Peter went down. Can you help? And it's like, yeah, cool. Here's $300. It's like, cool. This guy's just fleecing me right now to keep these robots up.
I mean, a great example of this. This is going to be, that job is going to be massively valuable. Another example is like coffee roasters, like commercial coffee roasters. There's like a handful of people that can fix those. So if your coffee roaster breaks, like you literally have to fly that guy in. And you have to pay him handsomely. Otherwise, you just have to like try and figure it out yourself. The same with elevator operators. Like how many people can fix elevators? There's not that many. So when you bring them in, you got to shell out like $400 an hour. So humanoid technician, new job just drops. Now, a big question that also came up over the weekend: is the feed fake? Is the feed fake, Colin? This article comes to us by way of NY Mag. Big, lots of discussion on this over the weekend. I will read, and we'll stop and discuss as we go. Joe Lim estimates that 90%, it's a high percentile, 90% of what you see on the internet is advertising in disguise. And he should know. For 3 years, Lim ran a company called Floodify, which at its peak operated 65,000, it's a lot, dummy social media accounts used to drum up attention on behalf of paying clients. The point of this kind of marketing is that nobody is supposed to notice it, but lately the machinery has started to show. In April, Justin Bieber, who one would think does not need clipping campaigns, does not need dummy social media accounts to post on his behalf, one would think. Justin Bieber headlined 2 consecutive weekends at Coachella. Coachella is the biggest stage in pop music, save only for the Super Bowl. The kind of event that in theory generates its own attention, and yet on both weekends, a Discord server writer, Lane Brown, had been monitoring hosted paid campaigns for Bieber's Coachella performances, offering clippers, people who are hired to turn a song trailer, interview, stump speech, or whatever, into short social media friendly fragments, as much as $1 per 1,000 views. $1 per 1,000 views is kind of like a great deal, to be honest.
Yeah. They just
A $1 CPM. That's like kind of a
yeah.
great deal.
Yeah, they just actually covered this on My First Million, where the CPMs in this are extremely low. $1 per CPM is wild. That's like baseline right now.
What is the what's the complaint here? I'll take $1 per CPM. I'll take $1 per CPM all day. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. But apparently some complaint here. On social media, quote, popular opinion is being formed, measured, and manipulated all at once. And every signal the platforms produce, a trending song, a backlash, a talking point, the feeling that everybody is suddenly talking about the same thing can now be fabricated by unseen actors with hidden agendas, writes Brown. Everybody is doing this now, Lim says. And if you're not, you're behind. Brown reports on how the same techniques are now being used to fool everybody on every app they go to in order to find out what other people think, not just in music, but across entertainment, politics, consumer products, and celebrity gossip. Now, I will say there's been a lot of talk on D2C X, Tech X, etc. as of late. Definitely some mechanics going on when people launch certain products. Like personally, I just take the stance like ads are not bad. Like, we're marketers at the end of the day. We're like trying to get eyeballs on our stuff. Like, I do get the point. Like a lot of these accounts and such not tagged as paid, not tagged as associated. I do get that piece. But at a fundamental level, like using money, leveraging unique new tactics to get eyeballs on whatever you are doing for the benefit of your shareholders, that's just like, that's marketing.
That's just marketing. I mean, this is just the next level of marketing. I find it really interesting too, because that Justin Bieber Coachella set was actually really good. So like most people enjoyed actually consuming that content. I don't really understand the ad angle of that. I mean, maybe it was he would get more Spotify streams or something along those lines. But I genuinely enjoyed that set. I watched that set. It was funny. He incorporated memes into his set. I don't know did you see this? Where
No, I didn't see memes in the set. Memes were in the set?
Yeah, he brought up his laptop and he started playing his favorite memes, like sound bites, into the songs. And it's like, okay, that's awesome. Like that's super cool. So it's like, yeah, it's fine as long as it's entertaining. That's the whole thing. Is like, we don't want it to be really bad content as long as it can be entertaining and fun. But I find it interesting that people are just like now jumping on this, that your feeds can be manipulated and you could be force fed content at masses from enough actors. This has been going on for decades, I would say, not to get too like conspiracy theory or just crazy, but like, yes, if you have enough money, you can basically pour into social feeds at mass. It's like, that's not a shock. Like you can just do that.
And apparently incredibly cost effective to do so.
Yeah.
Anybody who has not run a clipping campaign for a $1 CPM and is used to $100 CPMs on Facebook would probably be shocked to hear that. It's akin to like leveraging and recruiting an army of creators for TikTok Shop and using that as a blitzkrieg type moment and effect, because you want people to feel like, oh gosh, this is everywhere. I think this is just good marketing. And A16Z, Andreessen Horowitz invested in a company that is doing this. That literally, we talked to him. I talked to him the other day. I cannot remember their name for the life of me, but they're doing this, and it's like
Lightspeed.
Fastlane.
Fastlane. It's called Fastlane.
I thought it was something else.
No, it's Fastlane. I got you.
I can't remember. Let's see. A16Z Fastlane. I'll look it up. But I think the point is like I don't really see the shock and awe here. It's marketing. It's advertising.
It's just the next move to underpriced attention. I think a lot of people forget this, where like in 2007, there was a guy named Barack Obama who ran for president, and a very controversial thing was that he spent a boat metric load, like basically 70, 80% of his marketing budget on a social media app called Facebook.
on Facebook.
And that was like a really controversial thing in 2007, but it was so cheap and so aggressive and it pushed out to everybody. And so it's like these are just the next wave of like, hey, here's where all the underpriced attention is. Either you can operate on it or you can't. Like it's either you go for it or you don't, but it's going to get gobbled up eventually.
Well, clipping's been around for a while, but I think it's worth taking another look at because I'm just discovering that you can get $1 CPMs, which even if they're trash CPMs, even if they're trash views, I only paid $1 for it, which sounds pretty exciting to me.
Yeah.
Last story of our stories of the day before we get to Dan Melnick of Zing. Not only is TV back, but TV shopping and old school infomercials very back. This story comes to us by way of Modern Retail. Joy Mangano calls TV shopping her best kept secret as she uses old school infomercials to grow her brand. I have been so wanting to see this and bullish on this. Infomercials, baby. And TV advertising and leaning into that 90-second commercials and going like whole hog, old school commercials, jingles, etc. I've been so bullish on this, which is why I'm so pumped to find this article. Clean Boss, founded in 2020 by Joy Mangano and artist Pitbull, has used TV as a core part of its marketing strategy since day one. With Mangano's decades-long history hosting live selling sessions on QVC and HSN, co-founder has been bullish on the channel to grow the non-toxic cleaning brand. Clean Boss views live shopping as a channel that encompasses 3 buckets. The first is going live on digital platforms like Amazon and TikTok Shop. Second is linear TV shopping networks like QVC and HSN. QVC going out of business, hard to hear. And the third is direct response commercials, sometimes known as old school as seen on TV ads. An early indicator of success on the channel was Eat Cleaner, the brand's fruit and vegetable wash. The product became the #1 seller in its category on Amazon within 30 days of launching on linear television. Colin Doherty, signaling a halo effect from the TV spots. As of 2026, Clean Boss sees up to 90% of daily sales within just fill in the blank time amount of their infomercial airing. How long do you think Clean Boss sees 90% of their daily sales within what time frame of their infomercial airing? What do you think?
A week?
60 seconds.
Wow.
90% of Clean Boss's daily sales happen within 60 seconds of their infomercial airing.
Wow. That's unbelievable. I mean, I still, and we've talked about this, I want to know is who's going to be our generation's Billy Mays? Who's going to be our generation's Billy Mays? Who is going to be our generation's Sham Wow? And what's the product going to be? I want a D2C product to come out and be the same wow that the Flex Seal was, where you would have the bucket and you slap it and it's leaking, or you have the boat and you're like, I'm going to seal this boat up and then I'm going to ride it across the lake. And you're like, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
I need that for a D2C, maybe a D2C darling or a new up and coming D2C company to absolutely scale them and then exit. And it's like proof of concept right there. They just did it.
I would like to offer my services, my personal services for free because I want to do this. I want to be on an infomercial and sell something like this.
What's your product?
I don't know.
What's your product?
I don't know.
You got to love a product. What's it going to be? Apparel for you?
Something. I need something. I need something with wow factor.
Cowboy hats?
I don't know what it is, okay?
Yeah.
But I am saying for the interwebs right now, if you've got something and you want to see 90% of your daily sales within just 60 seconds of your infomercial airing, I happily offer my services for free to be talent on this because I am so bullish on TV being absolutely back. Jingles, old school infomercials, the 90s and the 2000s never left us, and we all want a piece of that nostalgia, juicy nostalgia for our bank accounts.
The only way I want this is if it's like vintage feel and it's like you coming into the TV with like a grainy thing and it's like, hey, have you thought about, and then it's like, for the next 60 days, and then it's like,
That's right.
but wait, hold on,
There's
more.
more. Yeah.
And then you throw something else on.
Call now.
Call now. I want the
Call
full
now.
vintage feel. I want the full vintage feel. I want like a grainy shot of you on the camera.
Yes.
I want like slashes. I want like
absolutely.
It was $100. Now it's $9 and you get 26 things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And 3 easy payments of $19.95. And Klarna is going to be involved. Okay, we're bringing it into 2026. Klarna is going to be involved. And there's going to be an earworm jingle at the end. Earworm jingle. Call 267-8433. 3 easy payments of $19.95 now, please. You know, something like that.
Or it would be like the main number, and then the last 4 digits are like the company name, where it's like,
blah,
blah, blah, blah, dash, fast. And then it's like, there you go, call that number.
Yes. Yeah. Nice. I am here. I offer my services. And guys, Joy Mangano, clean boss, they are doing it. 90% of their daily sales within 60 seconds of their infomercial airing. Bananas. And that being said, before Dan Melnick comes inside the show, we need to talk about universal ads. Ladies and gentlemen, if your growth is plateauing on social and search, it is time to rethink TV. Universal ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual guesswork and mystery of television. At UA, you get access to premium streaming inventory, linear inventory, all in one place. You're reaching targeting net new audiences beyond the same crowded channels that we're all already paying for today. No hidden markup fees, okay? 100% of your spend is going to actual media, so your dollars work harder for you. Campaign setup and management feels just like search and social. You can get running in minutes, okay? This is TV for performance marketers. New advertisers, go sign up at universalads.com. Use the code UA Cowboy. Get $1,500 in matched ad credits. UA Cowboy. Get $1,500 in matched ad credits. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. Now, we must bring Dan Melnick inside of the show. He is CEO and co-founder of Zing, Austin-based dev/SaaS company workshop building affordable AI chatbot and other unusual opportunities and tools, even built in-house for D2C brands. He's worked with the likes of Noah Kagan and many more. We must bring him inside the show right now. Everybody, welcome Dan Melnick, co-founder, CEO of Zing. Here he is.
How's it going, guys? Thanks so much for having me.
Dan, it's going great, brother. Your video's a little laggy right now, but we'll see if we can make it through. What do you think, Colin? Should we bring him in, bring him back out, or should we roll through and see how this goes?
Let's see the lag in the first question.
Let's see how it goes. Now, Dan, I have been very interested, as we all have, with what is happening in the AI, artificial intelligence space. It's transforming all of white collar work, and it's especially transforming what we do on the interwebs. Brother, tell me, with what you guys do over at Zing, man, how have you guys been leveraging it? What do you see brands and how they're misleveraging it? Where is the opportunity right now when it comes to applying AI to Shopify brands and their work?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think right now that we're using it in many forms, like especially we have OpenClaw set up, we're using Claude Code, Claude Design, every single platform, like Figma, for example, right? They have their own AI, tools, right? So it's like things that would take us months are now taking us weeks. And I think especially for brands, they have so many SaaS, so they can kind of go and consolidate and build dashboards and have those tools talk to each other, right? Because like those things are often so disconnected. It's like you have all these different tools, and how do you make sure that they're actually like giving you so much value, right? So there's so many opportunities for people to code themselves in Claude Code with OpenClaw and setting up machines, and it's a very fascinating time for sure.
What is some low-hanging fruit for Shopify brands for how they should be using AI? Because everybody, all Shopify brands and owners here, I need to be using AI. You got to be using AI. You got to be using that. What are some practical things that they can actually do? Is it this MCP dashboard that is connecting all of the data? are there some other better ways that they can kind of get in as a beginner? Because I don't want them to come in too hot and they're trying to build out an entire new platform and they're like, well, I think I just broke everything.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I think that there's definitely like a balance, right? You don't have to go and build things from scratch and rebuild like an existing platform or existing tools. But you can definitely go and build like the dashboards for sure, product pages. There's so many things that you can build like on your own and consolidate, but it's just like, yeah, we don't want to go and reinvent the wheel. And that's one of the biggest things. It's like there's so many great platforms out there, but why would you go and spend? Because it's like a brand owner, right? You have so many different things that you have to do. There's so many things that
Yeah.
you're worried about, and do you really want to go and spend hours? It's like I have friends that have spent weeks, trying to build software for no reason. When there's very cost-effective software that already exists, right? That's very good. So you don't have to go and reinvent the wheel, but the dashboards for sure, the product pages, there's definitely things that you can do that are super efficient. There's no reason not to go and do that.
Well, I mean, Chris, we talked about this on the show where brand owners who are actually too over indexed into AI are actually making less money because of exactly what you just said. They're basically
True.
they're taking off of the main thing and they're spending weeks at a time building these like AI functionality things instead of, okay, I need to be growing my business. Is this kind of a fear that you think about a lot that a lot of businesses are doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've seen, right? Where it's like I have friends that once again they're spent weeks
Yeah.
and weeks trying to build like a new version of Klaviyo or a new version of
Yeah.
whatever top platform. It's like Klaviyo is the top e-commerce marketing platform. One of the top ones, like for a reason, right? There's no reason to go and rebuild it. It's just things like
Yeah.
that. They are better off taking it and consolidating it. But yeah, I mean, exactly. It's like as a brand owner, like especially when you're early on, and if you're doing like a few $1 million a year, there's so many things that you have to do, so many things that call for your attention, whether like running ads, doing content, things like that. It's like, why spend so much of your time to go and build a new software? And that's something that we often can come in and help with, but there's no reason to spend that much time and effort doing it yourself. And especially like I'm right now, right? These tools like Claude Code, Open Claude, they're very, very good, right? But if you're not
Yeah.
technical, you will get stuck. You will need people who are
Yeah.
technical, because especially when you're integrating data, when you're build, consolidating like other apps and software, you need people that have that technical like understanding of API documentation. How do you like build and consolidate those things? And like if you don't have that understanding, you're going to get stuck, and that happens so often for people.
Dan, safe to say, sounds like you're not fearful that your job and all your work is going away. Yeah, you guys still got plenty of room to run here because of what you're describing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also, it just comes to Colin's point about like the time versus money equation, right? It's like, do you really want to spend
100%.
that much time? Maybe you can save the money. Maybe you can do it yourself. Maybe you can figure out like eventually, but ultimately I think most founders, they get into this because they want to have a balance. They want to be able to spend
Yeah.
some time with their family and friends. They don't want to be working 24/7. So yeah, it just depends on what you want to do, but you can probably figure it out. It's definitely accessible for people, but you also kind of want to see how can you actually balance your time and focus on what's really important like in your life. So
Dan, tell me this, because I know that you guys do step in and help people build custom solutions when they need it. I know you've worked with Noah Kagan, and you've worked with a ton of people. But tell me, like, when does it actually make sense for a D2C brand to,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna bite off the big job here, develop an internal customizable tool that hopefully reduces my operational complexity, maybe it saves me a little money, etc. I mean, talk to me about that. Like, when does it make sense when you're consulting and helping people? When does it make sense to build a customized internal tool?
yeah, I mean, within Shopify, we've worked like a lot on Shopify. It's like, when you have really big complexities in your business, right? For example, if you're doing B2B and D2C and you have a module where people have to go and log in, right? Things like that. And get special pricing for certain B2B folks. Or for example, if we have a client now where they have different, so from, for example, that they're selling furniture, right? And furniture on DTC can get very expensive to ship, but they offer free delivery if they're local, for example, they're like in
Okay.
the Northeast. So like, but it's like a special module. So that way it's different pricing depending on where they are. So it can still be free shipping, but it's going to be it's like a more expensive price if they're in California shipping from New York, for example, right? So it's just like things like that. When things start to get super complex in the business, it definitely makes sense to have custom development come in because you have to make sure that those things are done properly. But yeah, if you're just selling basic products on DTC, the only reason you would actually need it is just to build out product pages. But as your business model gets more complex, that's when you would actually need more custom development.
I feel like trying to build out, hey, if they're close to me, then you can get free shipping, and I need to work with this person. I feel like that would be a nightmare. I feel like that
Oh my
It's a very
gosh.
complicated.
I feel like
It's
that would
very
be a nightmare.
complicated.
I mean, do you work with people who like are endeavoring to build something complex like that, and they're just like, Dan, I'm stuck. Like I need a pro to come in here and like help me make this thing straight and actually work. Does that ever happen?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's like whether it's Shopify, whether it's BigCommerce, WooCommerce. I mean, some of these platforms historically, like on BigCommerce and WooCommerce, have been more of the platforms that people use for B2B. But Shopify obviously has that, functionality too, and they're pushing that like in the last couple of years about their B2B because I think it's like more and more DTC brands are looking to be more diversified, right? How do you actually have your store set up to actually sell to B2B, right? To sell to retail. So it's like it is a different thing because you're not going to have a retail customer just buy your product. They're going to want different pricing, right? So you want to make
Yeah.
sure it's set up that way and set up for success. So
Dan, have you kind of dove into this kind of Shopify brands aside with some fun kind of side projects that you've just built out over the weekend? We had Dean Brennan on the show who
Yeah.
kind of just built his entire cash flow modeling system over the weekend for funsies. And
He
he was like,
did.
yeah, just because he's technical and he knows how to do this stuff. Are there any fun projects outside of client work where you're like, I actually kind of built this really cool thing. I don't really talk about it because it's not work a lot, but it's pretty sick. And this is what it does.
we built like a couple years ago, like a year ago, like an AI chatbot, which was cool that went on Shopify and actually worked pretty well. But it was just like it didn't make sense to even pursue it just because there's
Yeah.
so many great products that were better and superior. But it still worked pretty well, and it was cool that we actually built it ourselves. But like, yeah, it's just AI is fascinating. I think it's like you're going to see more and more of these AI chats, whether it's voice or just text, because it is so convenient, right? Like if you're shopping, you're going to have lots of questions oftentimes, especially for more
Yeah.
complex products, right? So you want the AI to come in and like, does it really make sense to have reps, the actual real people around 24/7? It can be very expensive, and especially for newer brands, AI is much more cost effective. It can honestly be more impactful oftentimes. So
Yeah. I mean,
Dan, go ahead, Colin.
I was going to say, I mean, we see this exactly. This is the T of what Postscript is talking about with their AI shopper product, where it is
Oh yeah,
basically
it's true.
just using AI to answer every single question at crazy speed that no human could answer, which is kind of unbelievable because it's just like we've never experienced this speed of technology before. And so everybody's just like, my mind is exploding with possibilities.
Dan, tell me this: as far as custom solutions go,
Yeah.
where are the big opportunities? I think the one that you mentioned about like, of course, B2B, different pricing, all of that, that totally makes
Oh, yeah.
sense. The unique kind of shipping situation, like if you're shipping something uber heavy, like furniture, and being able to do like a local drop off that's free or et cetera. Then where are there other opportunities that you see right now, just across the landscape, where you think like a more custom solution, bringing in somebody like you guys to work on to help like carve the path there for Shopify brands, be they on WordPress or they don't have to be on Shopify, just brands in general? Where do you see opportunity for custom solutions in 2026?
yeah, I mean, I think like I said earlier with the dashboards for sure, because data is so important, right? And you want to make sure that all of your platforms are talking to each other. And oftentimes it's very challenging to understand what's actually, I mean, you have platforms that are, measuring attribution from different channels. Fine, that's great. But what about other things like, making sure that your AI chat is communicating with, like your email marketing platform, or, making sure all those things like your like after sell product, for example, is communicating with, whatever other platforms you have, right? It's like making sure that all of these things are working in sync, because especially right now, I mean, data is king, right? And brands that are looking to sell, you want to make sure that you have all of your data aligned, that everything is like
Yeah.
every single data point is attributed to something, right? So you understand, hey,
Yeah.
like, is this platform actually, because you might think, hey, like, Google ads are doing great, but in reality, maybe they're not, because people are just searching for you on Google, and Google is measuring this much attribution, right? So just things like that you want to make sure that every single thing that you're spending money on is actually like driving this much revenue, and having these dashboards to measure that with AI are super efficient.
Dan, what are you most looking forward to kind of as we enter this new frontier into the rest of 2026 with AI? I mean, I feel like we're crossing the chasm, so to speak. I mean, we just covered the robot humanoids that are picking and packing all of the packages that they're streaming live on X. Is there kind of this moment that you're looking forward to where you're saying there's no coming back from this? This once we hit this, it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like the way that people are shopping, right? I think it was like last year, still 80% of Americans are shopping in physical stores compared to online.
Yeah.
So more and more
Yeah.
people are shopping online, especially because younger people get more purchasing power. They just want convenience, right? So the easier
Right.
that you make it for people to actually go and buy products, it's going to be, I mean, yeah, whether it's chat, whether it's calling, whether it's, LLMs, like it's just, there's so many opportunities for people to buy products. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be fascinating, because I mean, commerce is changing, every single day, and just making it easier for people to buy more products, and like in a more efficient way. So,
Yeah.
Dan, we have heard that you are leaving us in the Austin, Texas area. Is that true, Dan? Is
it is
that
true.
true?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
We mourn the loss
Where are you going?
of you.
Where are
New
you off to
York
next? Let's
to New
go.
York. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah. Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard there's a few people that live there. There's a few people
Just
up there in
just
There's
a
New
like
few.
York.
Yeah. Just a few. Yeah.
there's like 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Only 5. Yeah, it's a very small city. Yeah. It's a
Pretty
very
pretty
small town.
pretty thriving e-commerce community up there, one
For
might
sure.
Yeah.
say. I mean, I think it's always
Yeah.
number one at the top of the list. But
For sure.
we mourn the loss of you in this area, Dan. But we hope you will come back, and we appreciate you for joining us on the show today, my friend.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you, brother. I think the shipping example is a unique one, where you need a customized solution in order to be able to execute something that your customers probably really want. But
Yeah.
how do you vibe that thing forth, and make sure it works all the time? That seems a little scary. And at a certain point, you need some professional hands to come in and help you shape that thing up and put more dollars in your pocket.
Yeah, shipping furniture can get wildly expensive too. I was actually shopping online this weekend for potentially a new chair for the show.
My goodness.
Because we hang out here all the time.
We do.
And the shipping to try to ship a chair to your house, I don't know if you looked at this. It's basically the cost of the chair. It's pretty bad. So that custom shipping is very, very useful.
You just got to code your own Facebook Marketplace chatbot, Colin,
That's what I
and
gotta
you code that thing to be
lowball
searching
people.
for what is already there in your area, and then just consistently lowball. And if they don't respond, you just move it
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah.
and then the shipping's free. Just go and pick it up.
Crazy backstory. Like the AI comes up with a crazy backstory for me too. Yeah.
That always helps. You personalize on the Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace lowball. It always
Oh, yeah.
helps. Always helps.
New arbitrage moment just dropped. That's awesome.
Interesting to say the least. Many thanks for Dan joining us and being part of the show. Now, as we move forward, we are going to have Sean Agatep join us. But before he does, we've got a few other things to discuss. I'd like to move forward here and steal a story from our lightning round, Jack. And I'm talking about this no CTAs on ads that Cody Plofker dug up for us. Have you seen this? Have you seen this, Colin?
That's
Cody,
super weird.
Cody asks the question, anyone else notice the update where CTAs don't show on both Facebook and Instagram at first? So not that they don't show up at all, but they don't show up at first. It's only going to further accelerate the trend of yappers and organic ads, long creator organic looking ads. Now, if you focus in on the image, which I'm zoomed in. I'm looking at the image right now.
Same here.
You can definitely see that it is an ad. It's got the tagging AD up at the top beneath creatures of habit. This is the example that Cody has screenshot here. Past tense of screenshot.
Jesus.
What?
Screenshot?
What? It's the past tense of screenshot.
That's a crazy statement. You gotta reel that
Wow.
Whoa, dude.
Is it okay to have proper English? Is it okay?
You gotta ask the folks on Twitter if that's cool.
Is it okay? Is it okay to use the King's English? Is it not proper?
That's crazy.
I feel like, look, I didn't make up the language, okay? I have inherited it from my forebears, and I am endeavoring to use proper usage. I'm endeavoring to use the language properly. Anyway, maybe I'll use screenshotted. Screenshotted. Would you prefer? You would prefer that?
Yeah.
Screenshotted for us here. Creatures of habit. You can see the ad demarcation up at the top. I will say, maybe this engages me a little more. There's no instant button. There's no like shop now. I can't see the preview text. I can't see the headline. Maybe this engages me a little more. Maybe it draws me in to watch this thing a little longer.
Yeah, it also is hiding the comment, the send, and the like icons for a while too. That's what TJ commented on here as well. But a lot of people are basically saying that because they're not actually pushing to a sales button, there's potentially an idea here where they're actually like pushing out a reach video or a video views video instead of an actual sales ad itself. So they're potentially trying to push out a raw video view ad, and then maybe on the tail end of that, just get people to commit to the full ad, and then, maybe do a retargeting off of 90% watch time, and then that's converting a lot better. There's a very interesting kind of strategy that's going on here, and I'd love the folks over there to come on the show and talk about it.
That's interesting. Matthew MTU Brunette points this out. He says this isn't new. You could already see a no button CTA before. What's kind of new is Meta enabling enhanced CTA by default on ads, which people often skip. This is why we're seeing more and more of these. Andrew's Pipperinen says, yes, throws me for a loop when I see videos I know for a fact I'm running as ads. And apparently he does not have a shop button for coming up at first glimpse. I'd like to know more about this. Like you said, TJ Borgiano says hides the comments, send and like icons for a while too. I'd like to know more about this. See how it performs. I find it interesting. I do have to say, like, I am typically a keep it simple, stupid, tell people what you want to do, which would lead to like shop now. I want you to click the shop now. So I show you it, shop now. See what I want you to do? Click that button where it says shop now. I want you to buy from me. I typically am more of a fan of being straight in that regard. I'm interested to see if this performs better.
Yeah. I mean, look how small that little ad text is too. That fires
It's
me up.
so tiny. It's tiny.
It's so tiny. I love that so much.
It feels very close to an organic scroll. Like I just scrolled
It
across this
does.
guy and he's talking about something. And then maybe at the tail end, if I watch a ton of it, I'll get served a call to action. I like this. Make that little ad text even smaller. I want it to be even smaller.
Here's what I'll say. I do think, and there's credence to have your ads not feeling like ads. A lot of credence to that. We all know that. That's, time has gone by. We're all aware. Okay. If your post doesn't look like an ad, people may watch longer. There's credence, a lot of credence to that. I will say though, I'm not afraid of ads. Like I'm a fan of ads. Like I am an advertising man. I have a career because I have made winning ads. And this show would not exist without our sponsored partners. I'm not afraid of ads. I like ads. If ads did not exist, the marketing world wouldn't exist. A D2C Twitter certainly wouldn't exist. And I feel, Colin, that oftentimes there is a foundational misnomer, a foundational incorrect belief for many marketers and advertisers that ads are bad. That's why I open every single show saying ads are not bad. Ads aren't bad. They support many jobs all over the world and they make entrepreneurship largely possible. I do feel like underneath it's a kind of an unspoken thing that a lot of people they just have this belief like, oh, I'm making ads that are bothering people. I'm doing something bad to them. I'm a bad man. I don't want to sell to you, but I'll make it fancy enough so hopefully you'll buy from me. Please buy from me. Also, I hate it when people try to sell to me. I hate it. Don't try to sell to me. And I feel like underneath all of this is a kind of unsaid belief that, oh, I'm bothering people. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I'm doing something bad. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Ads are not bad. Ads are good.
I think we live in two different camps where you want to make entertaining, great, exceptional ads that people talk about. And I want to make ads that barely people know are ads that are just kind of squeaking in.
Well,
And I think we're kind of living in two different camps. But the thing is, I think we're both right. And it's just kind of two philosophies for advertising where like you want to make the incredibly well talked about ad that's funny, entertaining, all of these things. I want to serve you an ad that you don't even know is an ad. And you're just like, that was awesome. But like, I didn't even know that was an ad. Just felt organic. Done.
This is part of why I like the resurgence of infomercials. And I like TV. I like it. I like TV advertising and I like the infomercials and I like the jingles. Why?
Yeah.
Because we all watched them and we still remember them. And everybody knew they were ads. Everybody knew. And you know what? Like people buy. Buy. It's okay. It's okay to make an ad. That is an ad. And everybody knows it's an ad. It may just drive 90% of your daily sales when people watch them. Like our good friend, Joy Mangon. I'm just saying. But I agree with you. There's a lot of credence to, it's slippery. It's so organic. I didn't know. There's a lot of credence to that. We all know that. But I just want to argue this other side too. Like it's okay. It's okay to make ads that everybody knows is an ad and that actually makes you money. That's it. That still exists. It's okay. There's we're not bad people because we made an advertisement. Like I think that's like a false belief that everybody needs to get rid of.
I'm saying whitelist my whole ad account. Yeah, I don't even want you knowing it's from me.
Okay, fair enough. We have coming into the show right now, Sean Agatep. And
Whoa.
I hope that I am saying that correctly, Sean. You'll have to correct me if I'm not. He is co-founder and COO of Vincero Collective, 8-figure watch brand. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He also does other things in terms of sourcing the best talent for your ecom brand that you need inside of your workforce. But before he comes to us, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Axon by AppLovin. If you are running a D2C brand now and you're not on Axon yet, you're leaving money on the table. Nobody likes that. Don't do that. Axon gets you in front of more than 1 billion new customers inside of the games that everyone loves to play, like Solitaire, Mahjong, Candy Crush, all the things. And more people are playing mobile games than you think. We're talking mainstream, financially comfortable household decision makers. The real key is the format. Okay, when people are on here watching these ads, which I love, full screen, average 35-second watch time. Okay, this is different and it converts. I'll just say this, of my own experience, helped one of my friends literally rescue and resurrect their Q4 by getting ad spend over to Axon when Meta was tripping. And we all know Meta trips. It happens. That's why you need to diversify and get your spend over to places where you can convert brand new customers. 80% of purchases happen within an hour of the click. It's incremental demand. You get going in less than an hour, and you can scale up to 100K per day inside of a week in ad spend. Wayfair, Dr. Squatch, your favorite brands are already there. Get in now before your competitors do. Go get started. Axon.ai/en/ecom Cowboy. Go there. Tell them that we sent you. Many thanks for Axon by AppLovin being part of the show. Now, we must bring Sean Agatep inside of the show, co-founder and COO of Vincero Collective. I think he has one of the most unique stories of how this whole thing began. Okay, I think they were college friends. They ended up living in China for about half a decade in order to make this thing happen. I think we've got to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Everybody, welcome inside the show, Sean Agatep, Vincero Collective.
And how we doing?
Oh, we're doing good, man. Sean, your video is a little fuzzy right now. It's a little fuzzy right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's the connection or what it is.
See.
Do you think should we bring him out and bring him back in, Colin? What do you think?
let's bring him out, bring him back in.
Let's bring him
Yeah,
out.
let's try
Bring him back in.
again.
Sean, you're going to continue to hear us here. Why don't you just see if you can get that thing hooked up and wired up in the right kind of way? I will say I am probably most interested to hear from Sean about like living in China for half a decade and like making this thing work. You know, Mitab of Card Adventures, he is always advocating for getting on a plane and actually going to visit your manufacturers. Well, I think Sean just went and lived with them. I think is what he did. Went and lived with his manufacturers.
One of my really good friends, he has to go to China basically every single month, and it is wild how
every month.
Every single month, he basically has to go to China for a week for work, because he has to go visit his manufacturers, and it is wild the stories that he has brought back to me, and it's just a total like culture shock. Just transparently, it's like it's totally different, but you have to kind of. There's a breaking bread of it, and you just kind of experience this entire new culture. And he is a very worldly, experienced guy as a result.
Wow. Well, good on him. Let us, Jack, is Sean still with us? Is he with us? Let's say, much better.
There we go. Grand entrance. Entrance. How we doing, gentlemen?
Grand entrance. Man, we're doing even better now that you are here, Sean. Brother, you have got to give the good people some backstory on you. Man, tell us about how Vincero came together. I mean, I think you got a pretty wild story. And give us your origin story on all this.
Well, props on you for doing the research. There's that much of the backstory out there, but we, the long story of Vincero is I moved out to China with my best friends from college. So we went to Gonzaga University, go Zags, seeing no opportunities for jobs. So we did the next next logical thing, and we moved out to Guangzhou, China, and we basically failed at starting businesses until something stuck. We got into product development, sourcing, manufacturing, cut our teeth on the factory, learned how everything went, launched Vincero on Kickstarter in 2014.
Sean, the unfortunate thing is I only caught about half of that.
Yeah,
And
we keep losing you.
I think Sean, we've got to work on that connection somehow. See, he froze up again. We've got to work on that connection somehow, and then we got to get you back.
We'll bring him out. We'll bring him back in.
Right, let's bring him out. Bring him out. Take him out, Jack, and we'll do this. We will cover. Let's go ahead and do lightning. Stuart, let's do our lightning round now.
Yeah.
Sean can work on his connection, and if it works out and it gets better, Sean, I hope you can hear us right now. If it works out and it gets better, we got to bring him back and finish this interview because there was a lot of juice there, and we need that. We need that good story. Okay, moving forward, Jack, just take Sean out. If he comes back and the connection seems better, let us know. As we move forward, in the meantime, a noticeable turn for Meta, and maybe not for the better. This comes to us by our good friend David Herman, who has been in Asia for some time now. Korea, Singapore, he's all around. He's an international man of mystery. He is.
There you go.
And still monitoring accounts while he is away. David says since May 8th, almost every ad account I have visibility into took a noticeable downturn for the worse on Meta. You hate to see it. The quality click percentage specifically took the biggest hit, and Meta started shifting into cheaper, more, quote, new audiences. So far, nothing has really worked to move the needle in the right direction other than cutting spend. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Nobody wants to cut spend. Nobody wants that to be the solution, but he is saying that has been the case. A few comments here. If you'd scroll a little bit, Jack, a few comments here. D2C profit, our cost cap spend is down almost 50% since May 8th, and performance is down about 10% with it. But hey, at least there was some awesome Meta gaslighting summit last week.
Facts. I keep saying this.
He said an awesome Meta gaslighting summit last week. Now, that may not be the case. Okay. Cody is coming to us. Cody Wittick is going to come to us. He's going to give us the roundup. Okay. Of what happened. And just a reminder, we all still love Meta. Okay. We exist largely because Meta exists. Johnny Hickey says bad performance hit us on May 5th for a few days, was up and down. Kept spend static for 7 days, then cut 30%. Oof. But listen to this one. This is like big boy move from Johnny. Launched 1,500 new ads.
Gas.
Launched 1,500 new ads, and the account is 100% back last few days. Not sure if that fixed it, though. I didn't touch anything else except new ads and the 30% reduction in budget one time. Even if I see dismal or awesome performance, my plan was to stick to 14 days with spend at that level. Hope it gets better, man. David says, it's not all doom and gloom. Just seeing noticeable bad click patterns lately. Pretty interesting. 1,500 new ads. My goodness.
That's crazy. I mean, also Frank Gabriel commented down 58% week over week makes 0 cents. 58% is absolutely devastating.
Sager says, have you clicked on the comments icon on an IG ad recently? It takes you to the website instead of showing all comments. No wonder it's all poo-poo traffic now. So remember, David did hone in specifically on the click percentage and new audiences. And he's pointing out that if you try and get to the comments, you get a click. So maybe no bueno. Very interesting, to say the least. When quality click percentage drops and Meta moves to cheaper audiences, the auction has been rebalanced. This comes from Mariano Kreft. It can't sustain your price target, so it's hunting cheaper inventory. Fixes usually consolidation, more conversion volume per ad set, not new creative. Well, I don't know. Johnny seems to have figured it out.
I think Johnny figured it out.
I think Johnny figured it out. Cut spend, launch 1,500 new ads. Baller move by him.
Who I want to know who was like he was talking to. He was like, "How are you gonna fix this? We could launch over 1,000 ads." It's like,
Yeah.
well, you could, yeah,
We-
do it,
we-
yeah, hit it.
We could do 1,000 or we could do 1,500. Let's do 1,500.
Yeah. Cool, rip it. Let's see if it fixes it.
Baller.
That's
Baller.
crazy.
Okay, he is here again. Sean Agatep. We've got to bring him in here and try one more time. Sean,
Third time's
everybody,
the
welcome
charm.
to the show. COO, co-founder, Sean
How about
Agatep.
now? Nothing?
We're okay. We're okay.
Nothing?
Maybe.
Nothing?
We got it.
I
What do you
don't-
say? Oh, he just
What's
froze.
going on?
We just lost him.
Froze. We lost him.
Dang. Oh, it was there for a sec, but
It was there for a second. It was there
yeah,
for a second.
false hope.
Let's do this. Jack, we've got to bring Sean back. Sean, we are going to do our darndest to get you back and find another calendar point for you here anytime this week. We've just got to get this connection problem sorted. Let's reschedule. We're going to do it, Sean. We love you.
Do it.
We love what you're doing, and we cannot wait to get this story. Thank you for joining us, brother. We're going to have you back. Let's bring him out, and we'll bring him back, Jack. Thank you, Sean. Boy, sorry to hear that, but it does happen. It does happen. We work in an era of technology, and this is sometimes the norm. Now, before we move forward to our next two stories in our lightning round, let us talk about Seguno, ladies and gentlemen. Seguno, ladies and gentlemen, is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What does that mean, Chris? It means your emails, your reviews, your banners. It's already there where you work and play every day. And you don't have to seed all of your trust to big email who's over attributing your email. Your Shopify data is your email data. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. Okay, Seguno is built for lean teams with big aspirations. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you. They've just released the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook. Get it at the URL scrolling across the screen. You can also get a free trial. You tell them that Colin, I sent you. Methinks they will extend that free trial to 30 days. Seguno was built for you. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now,
Chris, there's a little bit of some breaking news that just hit the timeline. I just dropped it in our Slack channel.
We got to hit it. We got to cover it. What just happened?
Sam Altman and OpenAI found not liable in Elon Musk lawsuit. Just dropped.
Really?
Not liable.
Not
Really?
liable. Really?
Really?
Actually?
Yeah.
What does that mean? That just means like it's okay for them to be for profit.
I think so. I think they're going to come out of this scot-free and they're just going to keep on rolling. That's pretty wild. I guess nothing came of this, and it was just kind of like basically a big hoopla. I don't know. I don't even know what you pull from what happened in court. I mean, there were some great memes that dropped. That was fun. But I don't think Musk and Altman really get anything out of this actual this lawsuit. There's nothing that really came of it.
There's a great comment from Potmine that says, "Me and the boys on our way to start a nonprofit." It's got Scooby-Doo running as fast as he can.
Yeah.
Scroll down, Jack. Scroll down a little more. Maybe you won't be able to see it. But anyway, it is interesting that one can, I guess, start a nonprofit and just turn it to for-profit. That's okay.
There we go.
They said it looks like Elon's lawyers forgot to add a write a legally binding contract that wins the case to their system prompt. That's what somebody else says here.
That's brutal.
Well, hey, I guess maybe that's the path here forward. Start a nonprofit, and once you got a winner on your hands, maybe turn that thing up and to the right, make it for profit.
That's crazy. I mean, most of these comments are, yeah, cool. So we just start charities, turn them into a for-profit. That's pretty sick. Nonprofit promise evaporates. Court just rubber stamped the pivot. So we have this like weird loophole now in the U.S. system where you could basically just like non-profit your way out and then just like flip it.
I mean, here's the real question though. Was anything ever going to happen with this? I asked that because like OpenAI is working with the government, like even if Even if
I
the
think the Pentagon?
judge, even if the judge like found like, oh, that wasn't cool. Like, don't you think like this is all going to be on the K in the end? I mean, OpenAI is like they're like it's them and Anthropic. They're the leading voices,
Yeah.
the leading labs when it comes to AI. Like, are we really gonna,
Yeah.
they're working with the government. Like, are we really going to shut them down? And
Yeah.
you were a nonprofit and then you made it a for profit, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, no, I just
The,
what was going to happen with
judge
this?
the judge was about to rule on it, and then like 4 guys in suits from the Pentagon rolled up and are like, "Hey, so we're not going to do that. We got another thing we want you to say." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, got it." So, yeah, I'm just going to change my ruling here pretty quickly.
It's like, even if this didn't work in their favor, like, was anything going to ultimately happen with this? I kind of doubt.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt. Interesting to say the least. We all have access to ChatGPT for another day, and let Chat 2.0 images roll forth.
Yeah.
Next story in our lightning round: wildest job idea for 2026. This one comes to us from Andrew Young, and I have to say, I absolutely love this. I love it. Have you ever heard of Use Corgi?
I have, and their branding's incredible. Have you been to the website?
It's incredible. It's so good. It's
So
incredible.
good.
I'm still not even quite sure what they do. Building the first full stack AI financial infrastructure doesn't mean much to me right now, but I will say branding incredible, impeccable. They do something in tech. And Andrew Young has this to say: this might be the wildest job posting of 2026. A unicorn YC backed AI insurance company, again, did not know, AI insurance company, is hiring a head of cafe expansion, which I think is so smart. So smart. Up to $220,000 base salary and $1 million in equity. The mandate: open 3+ cafes globally. Burr? 3?
Wow.
Why not 30? I mean, 3 cafes? That we got it. That's done. That's done.
Yeah.
I already know exactly where to go. Okay, number 1, I'm going to Austin, Texas, because
Nice.
that's the place to be. Number 2, I'm going to NYC. Because
Sure.
why not? Dan Melnick's going there. Might as well go to NYC. And then number 3, what would you say? Number 3, I think I've probably got I've got one you're not expecting.
I would do Raleigh, North Carolina.
Stop it.
Are we doing underpriced property, or you just want to pay a premium for all the real estate you're going into?
I just want to go to the coolest place for my cafe expansion. That's where I want to go. And I feel like my first 2 picks were super solid. Okay.
Sorry, I'm being analytical about real estate picks here.
You can totally
can we do one in SF?
You can totally make an argument for Austin and NYC. You can totally make a solid argument.
Oh my God.
I don't know about Raleigh, though. I don't know about Raleigh, North Carolina.
I wouldn't do New York City in a heartbeat. That's going to cost so much money if you're trying to expand to cafes.
I was going to say Melbourne, Australia, just for the vibes, because it's on the Gold Coast and it's gorgeous and beautiful. But I will say this. Okay. As I've already said, I don't really know what Corgi does. Incredible branding. It's AI something. It's a unicorn YC backed. Yes. Okay. That's all I know.
It's business insurance.
Great. And
it's boring.
what do I want to introduce me to that and make me love you? Give me a space where I can drink awesome coffee and vibe. I can bring my laptop and I can vibe and I can feel really smart and I can feel like I'm in the know and other people aren't there. Like, for example, I think Claude cafes existed for a little bit, maybe. They were thought to exist. I'm not sure where they are. There should have been a ton more. Wherever they are, there should be more. And Corgi, I love this so much. No clue what you do and kind of don't care. Like, if you open up a cafe, I'll get in there and I'll figure out what you do. And then I'll tell my friends and I'll drink great coffee and I will feel so in the know and smart and ahead of all of my friends. And then I will tell them to go there. And then guess what? People are going to be talking about you. and they're going to be actually learning like what corgi is. Beautiful branding. Everybody loves the icon. Everybody loves the website. AI is always mysterious. And this is the most practical way to make AI non-mysterious. Bring me into a physical space where I can have a great experience and learn a little bit and then tell my friends. I feel like this is a word of mouth total given. And I say the only thing that needs to happen is take those 3+ cafes and put another 0 behind it.
Yeah, I mean, they just raised $160 million at a $1.3 billion valuation for a Series B, which is crazy. And so they have to spend that money somewhere. I think one of them is a cafe. I think the question is, Chris, one, is the cafe all corgi themed? And two, are dogs allowed in the cafe?
I guess if you force my hand, they are allowed in the cafe. I love
Dang.
dogs. I love dogs. I
But
just
it's
don't.
corgi.
I know. But it just introduces like a whole nother thing,
But
I mean,
the issue is if you don't, it's like a weird thing now.
I get it.
Because it's like, oh, corgi cafes. It's like, oh, is my dog allowed? It's like, no. Well, it's like,
Well, here's what I would say is let's just not make it like a dog cafe. Like you bring your dog,
yeah.
that's fine. But let's not
Yeah.
like make it like this is a dog cafe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just adds like
Yeah.
a whole nother kind of element and vibe. What
Yeah.
I want is in Austin, New York, SF, wherever. I want all of the like bleeding edge tech people to go there and have their laptop open, and this is where they drink coffee, and this is where they hang, and everybody sees them there, and they tweet from there, and they vibe from there. And now there's like, to whom else would I go for business insurance? To whom else should I go? I'm going to go with the coolest brand in the space, and it's Corgi if they have an incredible cafe.
Yeah, corgi cappuccino coming to a table near you.
Yeah,
almost
give me
instantly.
give me the pup's face inside
On-
of my
that's
my
fair.
cap, right?
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
Sick.
That's fire. That's a good one.
Sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should take notes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Genius, and wish Claude would have done more of it. Speaking of Claude Design goated for Instagram carousels. According to the one and only Jack Rains, perhaps, he says Claude Design is incredibly smooth for pulling together social media templates. And if you zoom in here on the graphics, you can see, man, they've got a whole template for what's the body text should say, what's the cover image, how should it be formatted, what's the cover title, what's the cover subtitle, what's the footer URL. And then you go to the second one, it's definitely very much in Jack's vibe. Okay, he has uploaded an image, but it has pulled together here a carousel, of which there are 6 slides. And this actually made me excited. Like, I would like to do this for us.
I completely agree. I just don't know the functionality. So you would connect would you connect an MCP to Instagram? Is that even allowed?
I don't know. But you just make the carousel and then do it the old-fashioned way and put it on your phone and post it. I mean, I don't think it's that complicated. I was just excited about like this actually puts things together, and like maybe it could help people make a carousel in an easier way. Carousels are blowing up on Instagram. Everybody knows that. If you don't, Instagram carousels are blowing up. Make carousels. But at the end of the day, it like comes back to like, oh gosh, now I got to be in here inside of Canva, and I got to tweak the thing, and I got to make it pretty, and get rid of the typo, and blah blah blah. I want to automate some of this, and it looks like Claude can do a pretty good attempt at it.
I need to stay entirely inside of Claude. I'm not gonna have the Claude's gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna dink and dunk over to I'm gonna put it on my phone, and then it's gonna be like blip, 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 blip.
Yeah, you are total like one shot.
I'm a one shot guy.
I type a little bit and then it goes, and I never look at it again, and it works.
You got a one shot,
and it makes me infinite views and money.
You got a one shot.
There it is. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done.
That's so much cooler.
Well, it is. If that can actually happen. If that can happen.
For sure.
Human in the loop. Still necessary.
I bet you could build an MCP between Claude and Buffer or one of these scheduling tools, and then just have it dump in following days, and then it'll tell you kind of what gaps in your schedule you can dump into, and then it just runs. Like, you could just run this and say build out 15 different carousels, and then it's just boom, 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 and then just let it cook in the background. Obviously, human in the loop, check it. Don't like just let it post stuff because you don't know. But I think you could probably connect all this stuff.
I would like a goated carousel maker to come on this show and talk to us about using Claude Design to do so. I would like that.
Yeah.
And maybe they've got it all wired up to where it's total one shot. That's what we should call you. We should call you One Shot Doherty.
One Shot Doherty's a crazy one.
We should call you One Shot Doherty.
That's wild.
That is definitely your style. That is definitely your style. One Shot Doherty.
Yeah, just give it one shot. Yeah, why not?
What was Colin Doherty's nickname in the Wild West? It was One Shot Doherty.
Boom.
Boom. Kaboom. That's all he
Yeah.
needs, ladies and gentlemen. As we move forward to our first watch and react, and I have got a banger for us to watch and react to here. Pizza Hut from the 80s is totally back and ready for all of our monies. Before we get there, let's talk about Rocked After Sell. Ladies and gentlemen, most D2C brands are obsessed with getting the next customer, as they should be. But the real lever is just making more profits from the orders you already got, is it not? Let's say you're doing about 5,000 orders a month. What if you could just add $3 to $4 to each one of those without touching your ads? Would you be interested? Yes, you would. That is what brands like Olakai, Cozy, Earth, Groove Life, they are doing with Rocked After Sell every day. They're adding post-purchase upsells and downsells for cart through the thank you page and stacking even an extra 30 to 50 cents after the order just by showing offers from Disney Plus and HelloFresh, etc. It's high margin value straight to your bottom line. This is a no-brainer. No hit to your conversion, no impact on LTV, and you can be live in minutes. If you're already getting orders, you should be getting more out of them. Go to aftersell.com/offers. Go and get this no-brainer operating on your site today. Many thanks for Rocked After Sell being part of the show. Now, we must see what is happening. The personal pan pizza nostalgia, read enough books to come back to the restaurant. It is awakening inside of me, and Pizza Hut lore has returned to us in 2026. Jack, I'd love you to bring this up, and I'd like to watch it from the front, and we will just stop and comment as we move along. Go ahead.
In the hills of Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania, a familiar red roof catches the eye. Inside, the vinyl booths,
look at that,
Tiffany-style lamps, and yes, the salad bar.
Look at that
from decades ago.
I mean, it's amazing the comments we have about they have the red cups. Yes, we do.
Tim Sparks got his start working at a Pizza Hut that looked like this. He's now president of Dayland Corporation, which owns this franchise and more than 80 others around the country. They've redecorated many restaurants to rewind the clock.
Okay, stop here, Jack. Colin, are you not, is the nostalgia awakening inside of you? Are you not blown away by this?
I don't know how I feel about it yet. I have to watch the rest.
Oh, stop it.
I'm going to poo-poo on this. I don't know.
Don't poo-poo on this. Don't poo-poo on this. This is one of the best stories on the internet in America. Do not poo-poo on this. It is incredible. And it's going to be your future children's favorite hangout spot. Okay, keep going, Jack.
Okay.
The one that I remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what we were after.
Some Pizza Hut classics are now top-performing locations. Customers show up for a piece of their childhood.
Yeah, they do.
To share with their own kids.
Yeah, they do.
Finally find something that tastes how you genuinely remember it tasting. Like, you can't let it go.
People come from 2 and 3 hours away, and I'm not making that up.
More restaurants are serving up nostalgia. Franchises like Burger King and KFC return to old-school logos and packaging in recent years. At Pizza Hut, they even brought back Pac-Man.
Yeah!
For Sparks, this is much more than a game. It's a mission to rebuild places where families can connect.
If we get in here as a family, they do tend to put their phones down and actually have conversations and speak with each other. I'm not going to tell you I know how to fix the world, but I do think that family is a good place to start.
He hopes to renovate more of his restaurants as long as he can find enough of those lamps.
They're hard to get. Yeah, they're almost impossible to get.
A familiar taste.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Bringing people together.
Just like I remember it.
Again, Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania.
Okay, bring us all the way back here, Jack. Bring us all the way back together.
What's he doing for that recipe? Because everybody's saying this is just how I remember it. So like, what's he doing for that?
I don't know. I don't know. But just a couple of call outs here. Before you poo-poo on
I think it's
one
cool
of the
now.
best stories in America. A couple
I think it's
call-outs.
cool.
Driving 2 to 3 hours. When
That's
is the
crazy.
last time you heard a restaurant doing that? Crazy work. Okay. We're talking about like fast casual. We're talking about pizza. This is a pizza food chain that people are driving 2 or 3 hours for. Number 2, mission, baby. Mission. And you know, it's like our good friend Jacques told us from Raindrop, you know, people don't buy your why, they buy their why. And I think there is an aligning of the whys. And what do people want? They want that familial, yeah, come in, put my phone down, let's talk to each other, let's play Pac-Man, let's drink from the red cup. Like, people want that. They want that. And I think the proof is in the pudding. People are driving 2 or 3 hours to come to this old school Pizza Hut to sit with their family and put their phones down and like hope for America, man.
Yeah. I was out of it until they kind of seeded in the, okay, put your phone down, talk to your family and have the conversation. And the fact that it sounds like the pizza is actually tasting better. So I think this is what people are circling around, where it's like, oh, this is how I remember it. I think he's actually making the product in and of itself taste better and the product actually be better. And they were trying to be a little coy about it, where it's like, oh yeah, this is how I remember it. I'm just saying that, like, I think Pizza Hut has gotten worse over time. And he is basically saying he has basically brought it back to like the core of when it was, the deliciousness, the red cups. And if I can have some delicious pizza and phone down, talk with family and kind of just chill, no screens, I'm all about it.
Do you think that Pizza Hut pizza is actually not good?
Yeah, it's gotten worse for sure.
Okay, well, there are people on this show right now who strongly disagree with you. Strongly.
That's crazy.
And it's not even me. It's not even me. It's not even me. Jai wants to fight you. She wants to fight you because she is big time on Pizza Hut. And I will say, when's the last time you had Pizza Hut?
Yeah, exactly. It's been not good.
This is my point, though. When is the last time you physically tasted it?
It's because there's other better options, is what I'm saying.
It's just all your peptides. It's all those peptides that keep you from ever having calories. Bro,
I don't know anything.
You wrote no inflammation, no calories, and you do look incredible on the show every day. But if you did want calories and your body could sustain taking in calories, I think that you would like the Pizza Hut product. I really do.
I love pizza.
It's the pan. It's the pan pizza from Pizza Hut. There's something about it, man. There's something about it.
I am the biggest pizza guy there is. I love all pizza, but I will say I don't think Pizza Hut's gotten better over time.
And you cannot speak from experience because you have not had it as of late. Fair?
That's fair.
Okay. All right. So I think a taste test is warranted.
That's fair.
And what I will say is incredible find by me on this video. Incredible find by me. I think we should all give me a hand. I'm kidding. Don't give me a hand clap. But Pizza Hut is so back. And I will say, I think I found one like out here in a little tiny hill country town that's actually east of us. I think I found one that's not connected to this guy, but is like the same thing. I think it's just a one-off. And I almost stopped my entire family trip to just move everybody into that restaurant and make them sit down and eat the Pizza Hut lunch buffet. I almost did it, but I held off.
Wow.
I did not. But part of me wishes I had. And as far as marketing ploys go, they need to bring back the read your books and come into the restaurant and get the personal pan pizza. It's like one of the best campaigns ever. Is that crazy?
That's not crazy. I will say this too. I'm going to defend my point again. I'm going to say this. There's so much good local pizza that people need to also open up their world and try good local pizza joints.
It's fair. That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. That's more what I'm saying is like there's so much good local pizza from like the businesses around you that like you shouldn't just give all your money to big corporations. Like there's some really good local pizza places by like a guy named Joe and Tony.
Joe and Tony. How can you not like Joe and Tony?
And they're just like, hey, pizza's $3. And you're like, really? And it's like, yeah, there you go. Done. And you're like,
actually?
Awesome. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's what
I'm saying.
That's a good deal. Jack, has Cody joined us? I thought I might have heard that he joined us. He is here. I'm
rumblings.
Guys, we're talking about the one and only Cody Wittick, who has been rumored to be one of the best looking men inside of e-commerce. I don't vote on things like that, but
I do.
He has rumored to be one of the best looking men inside of e-commerce, in addition to one of the best in shape and lowest inflammation. So I'm interested. I'm interested to hear from him, particularly what has happened at the Meta Performance Marketing Summit. He was there, and he is going to give us the recap before he comes inside of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about our new sponsor, Northbeam. New sponsor to the show, Northbeam, baby. That is right. If you are in your ads manager all day, every day, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit, and every dashboard tells a different story. Aren't you tired of that? Yeah, you are. Meta says 4.2 ROAS. TikTok claims the same conversion. All the while, Shopify shows $500K in revenue and $200K on ad spend. No bueno. Who's lying? Honestly, maybe some of all of them. Northbeam fixes that with their own proprietary data, starting from the actual purchase, then rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, and real verified ad views. And they push that measurement back into the ad platform. So optimization runs on what is actually driving your revenue, not just what platforms assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Visit northbeam.io. Book your demo today. Many thanks to our new sponsor for being part of the show. Long Northbeam, baby. Now, we must bring Cody Wittick. There's a story that just broke. Is there a story that just broke?
We already talked about it. We talked about it. The Elon Musk one.
We must bring Cody Wittick, co-founder and co-CEO of Kinship, inside of this show. One of the biggest brains and best looking, most handsome men inside of e-commerce. Cody. Whoa. Cody, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Long. It's been too long since your face has appeared on this camera.
It's true.
Still trying to make it a Cody Wittick Tuesday.
Well, I want you on here. I can't say that it's
there's not enough room for me. You got new sponsors.
I can't say that it's Colin who's been fighting against it. It could be Jack. I don't want to call anybody out. But we love.
Not gonna name names.
We're not gonna name names. Cody, you were just at the Meta Summit.
Yep.
And we need a recap. We saw you on stage doing your thing, and we need a recap, man. What happened? What was it like? What's the new ish? What's the drop? What's coming from Meta, my brother?
I don't know if there's necessarily anything quote unquote new. I'd say the same reinforcement of everything that we've been hearing. Although I would say the through line of the whole event was Meta has nailed targeting. It's definitely like get rid of the thinking of is the question, can Meta find my right audience? Should not be a question anymore.
Interesting.
But creative is definitely, and this is where it's a little bit redundant, like creative is the bottleneck. But they're moving hard to like own that layer too, right? So creator content, creator hub,
AI generated creative. We're definitely the through line. So it's more so, can Meta find my audience? It's more so around, is the creative good enough to convert them? Am I building the right creative engines? And am I letting and leaning into the machine learning system of Meta? Was definitely a huge through line. I was on a panel speaking about partnership ads and creator content, but I've been to 3 of these now, and I would say every single time I'm always surprised, but not surprised, but surprised really at like the emphasis on creators. And I think I've never been more convinced that in 2026 and beyond, influencer seeding, getting product into creators' hands is so impactful. And like, obviously, if you've been following me or know of me, then obviously you know that I've been preaching about this for a long time. But I've never been more convinced that that this is a way to get mass scale of creative diversity and creative volume. And that was something that was continually hammered, especially from creators specifically. It wasn't just like, yes, creative diversity, but from a lot of different formats. It was a really big emphasis on creator content. And the framing was not just like top of funnel, which is, I've never believed in that, but it's definitely like this full funnel approach, like full customer journey. And creative diversity is that lever at every stage.
Cody, should my entire ad account be partnership ads?
No. I wouldn't say that, because I would say that there's always now you're going to the other side where there's not as creative diversity in terms of formatting. Because I would still say, like, this is just from a high level perspective, auditing an ad account, I would still want to see different formats and different style, multi-style canvas, essentially an ad for everybody, especially when you're talking about like different types of product and categories, right? Just static ads work better for certain products and categories. So I would still want to not put my own bias, if like, because you definitely don't want to throw the bath out with the baby, or baby out with the bathwater, and just go to the other side of the other spectrum and just swing the other way. But Colin, to your point, I would say where a lot of emphasis from Meta, which on my panel, I was getting a lot of questions on how to brief creators, and the emphasis from everyone, including myself, was like, don't brief them. I was like basically saying like, don't do that. Because, I was sitting next to the girl running marketing at Shark Ninja, right? It's like, for many of the people in the audience, you're not Shark Ninja. So like, you can't be thinking about, because the Ninja Creamy sells itself, right? Like, you put that in somebody's hands, they're going to create a ton of content, right? Like, so that is a way to not brief somebody. But at the same time, I was really trying to emphasize too, like, where I know a lot of the audience is coming from is, you're not Shark Ninja, but you're just trying to get better ad performance. So let's go a little bit more foundational layer and try to think, how do I just get as many of my products or my hero product into as many hands as possible, and letting, kind of the cream rise to the top, if you will. But that's where you can have creative diversity within creator content, to your point, Colin, where you could have lots of partnership ads.
So Cody, it sounds like, and I get the question. Hey, Cody, like, I want my ad numbers go up. I want them to go up. I gave some stuff away. Ad numbers weren't what I liked. How can I make them do what I like? And how can I make ad numbers go up? And you're saying, well, like, it ain't briefing them. Just let them have it. Let the creator take the wheel. But you need to get your product in a lot more hands and let them take the wheel and see how it goes. Is that fair? Am I summarizing correctly?
Yeah, you're kind of touching on some of the things that I was saying on stage for a minute there, which is just like, don't just create ads that your marketing team likes, and don't just launch ads that only your marketing team likes. Like, you got to think outside of the box, and you also have to be willing to launch ads that maybe you think won't convert somebody. The proof is in the pudding, where, like, I've just seen this 1,000 times over, where ugly ads or whatever the thing is, your subjective opinion of what is ugly or not is actually the thing that ends up being capital B brand, because it's people buying your product at the end of the day. And the reason why creator content specifically works is because it doesn't look like an ad, and it's not highly polished or highly produced. So that was like definitely a through line. There was definitely like one line that I actually heard was just like kind of paired with this, which is just more signal. So hence the emphasis on creative diversity. But also at the same point, they talked a lot about like incremental attribution, which they're really, I think eventually we'll get there. I don't know if it's there yet as it like replaces last click as the measurement, or just click attribution in general. But they shared a large scale like test on a 7-day click window where meta purchases were underreporting by 15%, which is like, I would say probably on some brands is probably conservative. When you're talking about the third of marketing impact, that how it impacts Amazon, which we all know. But a lot of the thing as well, the main takeaway was just from Meta themselves, was basically the TLDR of the statement was, hey, we have visibility into signal into everything besides the finances of your business. And to us, where we like do P&L level forecasting, and like where every brand that should be doing that, and how connecting the ad account, your in-ad account CPA, to a blended efficiency goal that ties into your bank account, is ultimately that marketers need to be thinking the way that they run their ads. If it's not connected to that and you're just looking in platform, one, it's underreporting conservatively on the total impact. And two, you're just going to spend less money, which gets less new customers and ultimately affects top line revenue and bottom line profit most. So that was a big takeaway for me too. It was just like point blank, we have signal into everything besides the finances of your business, which is very much lines up well with that line of thinking, which I think the way the market is going.
Wow.
That's bananas. It reminds me of the Succession line where it's like, we hear you, and it's like they're listening, and it's like they listen to everything. They're just constantly listening to all of your data at all times. What kind of things did you see Meta coming out with as far as beta, as far as some like beta new features, anything you're excited about, anything they potentially teased out, maybe that they whispered in the hallway to you, hey, we should look after this
in the back rooms,
in the back rooms,
Cody.
just the handshake deals that are going on that we don't hear about.
Yeah, I think it's just the additional ad ranking models that they're talking about this. Like, actually, I'll throw out. I saw Andrew Foxwell. I think you guys had him on the show.
Guy.
He did a marketing summit review where a lot of the same things I was thinking of. He has some stuff just to call him out on some of the models that like they kind of teased. But to be honest, like the underwhelming part of going to this every year is actually like the non-exciting things that are not like this like market changing update or anything like that. But I think like the through line that I said, which is just the continual emphasis on trust and audience and how that's impactful through creators. And I think it's really Meta's, you can see Meta's point of view on this is just like, hey, we took away targeting because of Andromeda and all these updates on the algorithm. Trust us. I think everybody's starting to like lean a little bit more that way, either by force or by adoption. And then the second thing now that is clear is like, hey, they want to own AI creative because it's kind of like they have to, but also this emphasis on creator, and hence like the kind of reinvigoration of the creator hub, which even came like first to market like back when we first started Kinship, and now it's like been redone, and they're really trying to emphasize that again. So they're really trying to own the creative piece as well, which is not surprising.
Cody, tell me this. There has been some chatter on the timeline, not from me. Okay, not from
Timeline.
me, but there has been some chatter on the timeline. All of this is just, it's self-serving. Cody, Meta's saying, forget about the last click. It's about the incremental lift now, and, forget about the targeting, just trust us. Some people have said, it's just, this is like self-serving, and, they're questioning, maybe a little conspiratorial. I'm questioning. I'm not sure. What would you say to that, Cody? What would you say if that were said on the timeline?
I think their incentive is not aligned with that line of thinking. They have to actually make it right for their advertisers because of how much money is involved. If that was just like marketing talk without actual results, people would leave the platform, which is hence why they emphasized removing a lot of that targeting post iOS, which was just, hey, you guys, you're getting in your own way. let us just remove this and create ASC and do Andromeda and stuff like that. And just because people were blaming the platform, right? 21, 22, all these things, people leaving, take their money elsewhere to other channels. Meta got smart and, really fixed the advertising. There's just too much coin involved, I think, for that to be true. And true, I mean, our subjective is like leaning into the machine learning system is getting better results, not the opposite. So
did you miss out on any talks or any kind of presentations that you wish you could have had some time to jump into? Anything that stood out where you were just kind of too busy?
Only the fact that you guys weren't there.
That's what I was going to say. And I
marketing operators were there.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Money from the sponsors. You got like 8 of them now.
Here's what I'll say. I can neither confirm nor deny, but there may have been a trip formulating, maybe, and it did not materialize at the end. But that was the biggest heartbreak for me, was that we just weren't there with you. That's the biggest piece for me. Yeah. So I think, here's what I think, Cody. I think that we need to carve out a path for us, the 3 of us, to have some more IRL time on camera, especially. That's the only thing that counts, is when you're on camera. IRL time when the camera's not on, doesn't really count. I'd love for us to find a way either to your sauna in North Carolina or here. There's been rumors about what is happening at HQ here. There's been rumors, and could be that the 3 of us.
Colin, are you back? Are you back in Austin?
No.
There's rumors. I don't know.
I'm living in the beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, with my sauna as well.
Well, you can. Yeah, that is the sauna. Come next month, it'll be a sauna outside.
Yeah, it will be.
Not at the beach, though. Not at the beach.
No, not as much.
We're gonna be getting that breeze off the beach, which is why I think we need to find ourselves where you are.
I would love that.
Cody, I find this interesting. I find you talking about creators. You're reinvigorated when you're talking here, and I say this because you really carved your path with kinship here on creators, and it feels like these points are like pouring forth from you with reinvigorated fervor. But as of late, that's not what I've been hearing from you. We've been talking about finance, connecting the P&L and all and such. Do you feel a reawakening inside of yourself when it comes to creators and what it means to the Meta engine?
Yeah. Maybe it's just, obviously business is a numbers game, but at the end of the day, creative is that fuel for the ad account. Definitely. But to your point, I definitely do feel like this a little bit more validation, because people are coming more to an awareness of the importance of this.
Yeah.
And, more so, I think I just feel like I can be a helpful voice, or at least people that, somebody that's been doing this for years to set up systems that can help merchants and operators actually get this set up for people. So just some small wins, like,
getting product on LeBron, just organic.
Yeah. Well, that's not a service, but it's a cool story.
Getting product on LeBron, no big deal. Sourcing creators for M&Ms, no big deal. Just some small experiences here and there, right?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Never
it is LAS. It's LeBron as a service. So
LeBron as a service. If you want to get your product on LeBron James, you text Cody Wittick.
He'll get there.
And I will text you his address.
Kinship is the only provider of LAS inside of e-commerce. LeBron as a service.
It's gold.
It's gold. Yep. You need to go and talk with Cody.
I'll give you his usage rights, and you won't get sued.
Perfect.
Oh, amazing.
Perfect.
This is great.
This is not legal advice on the bottom line.
Cody, we love you, brother, and we can't wait to have you back again. I'm going to fight internally to make Cody Wittick Tuesdays happen. I'm gonna go to battle. I'm gonna go to battle with the unnamed, not mentioned persons, and we're gonna get you on the calendar. We appreciate you. We love you, brother.
See you guys.
Yeah. Part of North Carolina. He lives at the beach part of North Carolina, which is like the cool part.
We need to be at the beach with Cody Wittick.
Yeah, I mean he lives in a cool part. It's so sick. It's so chill.
You know what we should do? There has been rumblings, inklings of the Atlanta unnamed event that is taking place. I mean, is it? I mean, it's it hasn't been officially announced, but there is rumblings of Atlanta, Georgia, and it's not too far. It's not too far from Atlanta to beautiful North Carolina. It's not too far.
It's like 7 hours from Atlanta to where he is.
No problem. I mean, that's just like that's like a couple of Route 44s in a Slim Jim. I mean, that's just not too far in the car. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this could be a win for us.
That's a heck of a drive. Maybe.
You can ride shotgun. How about that?
Okay.
You ride
That's
shotgun with me, and
nice.
I'll bring a case of Kirk's.
And we just rip it.
And we will rip it, and we'll do an IRL show in Cody's sauna at the beach. As we move forward here, ladies and gents, two more rounds here. We got one more watch and react, then best of the rest and moment of Zen. As we move forward here, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Proxima AI. Speaking of creative, your buyer data already knows what ad to make next. You just cannot read it, and that is a problem. Stop guessing. Start reading your buyers. Most brands just brief from instinct. They look at what performs, make a guess, and then make something next. The problem isn't effort. It's that you're not getting any signal from your actual buyer. And Proxima AI changes that. Proxima changes the input. Read your conversions from real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. Shows you exactly who's buying, what they are responding to, and where your account has creative gaps. You connect your Meta, you connect your Shopify. Proxima maps every conversion back inside its commerce graph, what they buy across the web, what they respond to, what you're not reacting to, and suddenly all your gaps are visible, and what you get is a feed of creative briefs. Okay, no longer just operating from instinct, written specifically for your buyers, behind your best performing ads and the ones you haven't reached yet. Every brief is grounded in the data and in the commerce graph, data your competitors don't have access to. Go connect your store, get a feed of creative briefs, first 3 briefs free every month. Go and work with Proxima.ai. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now, Colin, all of these new niche, nuevo grocers are popping up, 2 of which are Laurel Supply. Heard of them?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
I shop there every day.
No, you don't.
No, I don't, Chris. Come on, it's expensive out here. I'm not shopping at niche grocery stores.
You've heard of them though. You've heard of Laurel Supply?
No,
you have not. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, there's another one. Have you heard of Nude? Nude.
Yeah,
you have.
No, absolutely.
I'm glad that we are watching and reacting then. Nude has just opened up in Miami, and it is niche CPG, seed oil free heaven. This video comes to us by way of It's Andrea at the Snacks Shot. Jack, I'd like to back this up. Sound on, play. We will watch and react.
Is this the healthiest grocery store in the U.S.? Nude Miami just opened up in Brickell. Home to organic groceries, prepared foods, smoothies, coffee, matcha, and a variety of wellness products.
Did you see the Seek?
Seek, let's go.
Regenerative and seasonal farming, no seed oils, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives, while supporting local and family-owned businesses. Throughout the store, I spotted a lot of my favorite emerging CPG brands. They have an amazing variety of prepared foods in their hot bar.
Oh,
One
that
of our
looks
favorite
great.
things that we
Doesn't it look
tried
great?
had to be the chicken
Oh, that looks so
tenders,
good.
the rigatoni alla vodka, the gringana
Oh.
salad, and the flank steak.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. What a vibe.
To end the experience,
Look at this.
What's that? We got ice cream?
in-house froyo done in collaboration with Coconut
Oh my
Cult
gosh.
was amazing.
Coconut Cult Frozen Yogo
Is this the
Oh my
Frozen
gosh.
Yogurt
grocery store
collab.
in the
Okay,
US?
stop it here, Jack. Okay, number one looks super cool. Before I give my thoughts,
Oh.
I'd love to hear yours. Your thoughts on this. Nude Miami just opened in Brickell.
The vibes are immaculate. I wish that every grocery store would look like this. It looks incredible. It's beautiful. It looks healthy. It looks fun. I also love the little nook. I don't know if you noticed that little like nook that they carved out for people to actually sit down. There were some nice plants around there, some nice wood. Actually seemed like kind of a fun place to work from and maybe grab a smoothie or a coffee. This is a vibe. I wish we had 25 of these in every city.
Okay, here I agree. And I love it. Niche, CPG. I'm gonna get cool brands there that I wouldn't find elsewhere, that I'm not gonna find at HEB. Everything's seed oil free. You know,
Love it.
it's like all of the health vibes. I got them
Yeah.
all. You know, there's no artificial sweetener. What? You go in there, like this is like a millennial mom stamp approved. Everything in here is going to be great and healthy-ish for you, and you're going to love it. Okay, love it. Awesome. Part of me feels that we are trying to recreate the flagship Whole Foods on 6th Street in Austin, Texas, again, in an updated 2026 way, again and again, with Erewhon, with Laurel Supply, with now Nude in Miami. Part of me feels like that the thing that we all like here that is being recreated, it's Whole Foods on 6th Street in Austin, Texas, circa, call it, 2010, 2011, 2012, whatever, 2016. And it's recreating it in a socially TikTokified, up-to-date way with the new health trends. I got the hot bar, I got the cool place that I can sit, and it feels great. But it's just updated. It's different. It's not Whole Foods. It's got a reskinned logo, and it's got a reskinned feel. It's probably smaller, but it's got that same vibe. It's like I can go in here, everything's pretty healthy, and it's got brands that nobody else has, and it costs a little more. And I can like eat stuff, and I can get cool stuff. And like, am I off? Like, am I way out of line here?
Nah, this is giving Erewhon vibes, not the Whole Foods on 6th Street vibes for sure. This is Erewhon vibes. This is way elevated.
Where did Erewhon come from, though? That's my point. Where did Erewhon come from? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like, where did the thought of Erewhon existing? Like, where did that enter into the zeitgeist? Like,
you're saying Erewhon came from Austin?
I'm saying that the thought.
Oh my gosh!
The thought
Get out of here
of
with it.
like really healthy, like niche products that are super expensive, and they're better for me. And you know what? Like the everybody doesn't shop here. There's only a few people that shop here, and you got to be like in the in crowd to like feel comfortable shopping here. Like that's like that's like Whole Foods in a new way, in a new place with like higher prices and different brands, and like but I'm just saying, like I feel like these cool niche grocers, they are birthed out of the OG.
No shot. Erewhon is the OG of all of this. I mean, you could maybe throw out Wegmans as like the true OG.
I've never been to Wegmans. I've never been.
Yeah. It's like the very bougie East Coast kind of like, it's the most expensive. It's more expensive than Whole Foods. It's got a beautiful bakery in there, all of those things. I still love this. I think it's amazing, and I think it's absolutely incredible. I love the idea of this potentially also being a quote unquote third place. So, we always talk about this a little bit on the show, where you have your work, you have your home, and you need that third place. It used to be coffee shops, but this potentially could be a kind of a vibe.
Definitely.
It's funny is there's some in all of the grocery stores in Charlotte, you're allowed to serve alcohol, by the way.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of actual bars in the grocery stores of Charlotte. So you could just pull up and have a couple, talk with the bartender, and then get your groceries and get out. And so I like that vibe more, where it's like, hey, cool, we're going to hang out for a sec. We're not in a rush. Everything's all good. Take a beat, put the phone down, maybe have a chat, have a pint, and hang out.
So this, what you are describing in this part of the country, that like didn't exist prior to Whole Foods and its flagship store on 6th Street.
Yeah, but that thing has been decimated.
What do you mean it's been decimated? I mean,
When
I
was the
haven't
last
been to
time
it in
you went
years.
there?
I haven't
I
been to it in
know.
years, but I don't live downtown anymore. I don't live downtown.
I had to go to it every day for Triple Whale, because Triple Whale was across the street. The headquarters was right across the street. And so every single day for lunch, I would go to it and I would slowly see it decline and get worse and worse over time. From what it used to be something cool.
When I was in college, oh,
it was cool.
Top of the tops. I mean,
yeah, not anymore.
That is where you wanted to go to lunch. It's where you wanted to go and hang. It's a great place for a date. You walk around Whole Foods, you know, you get the little things, and it's just like a great place. And the phenomenon that you are describing with like being able to serve alcohol in grocery stores, same thing there. You know, they got like the couple of bars, they have the wine night on Tuesday night or whenever it is. And, you know, they get sushi and whatever. It's just like this kind of totally unique thing. And I agree with you. Maybe it's lost some of its luster, you know.
Yeah.
Lost. But what I am happy to see is that places like this exist, and that, you know, Whole Foods on 6 in its former glory has been reborn in new places and new spaces with new brands and you know, new takes on what is healthy. You know, what does that mean? What does it mean to bring you know, a better for you option to market? And I like this idea, and I want Nude to come to Austin. I want Laurel Supply to come to other places, which apparently has tried to out bougie Erewhon, perhaps. Yeah, it's on the timeline, Colin. It's on the timeline. I'm telling you. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. And perhaps we will see more of this. Perhaps more. Nuevo CPG heaven to be brought
ready
to the American people. Now, as we move forward to our last round of stories, best of the rest, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about incense. Don't we all want better ads? Yes, we do. We want better ads, but you and I both know. Disjointed process, finding the right creator, manually negotiating usage rights. It is a headache. That is why Incense exists. It is the all-in-one UGC and influencer marketing platform that actually makes creative scalable. In one platform, you get a vetted creator marketplace, automated influencer outreach, built-in campaign management. You get content in as little as 14 days. It's so much better than just finding a rando TikTok and hoping it changes the trajectory of your business, okay? They have just released the UGC Playbook 2.0. Get it at the URL scrolling across the screen. Spoiler alert, Andromeda and its era is a good thing, and the path forward is modular UGC. You're going to find out how to put that into play. You go and get that playbook. Go to incense.pro, test drive the platform for free. Many thanks for Incense being part of the show. Now, best of the rest. I have heard that live update, Colin. Am I wrong? I have heard that there are robots cooking.
That's so sick.
Is this the case?
It's not literally cooking. It's the robot sorting packages again. It's just like actively addicting.
I thought it was actually cooking.
No, I mean, it's cooking. It's still live. Like, it's riding the bike again. We got
He's riding the bike again. We got the glitch on stream. We got the glitch live on stream. He's glitching.
Is this not the most fun thing? Oh, he unglitched.
He's back.
Did he?
Yeah, he's back, baby.
Well,
he's having some trouble with that package, though. Oh,
he got it. He's back. Is
Well,
this not awesome?
He put the label on the wrong side, though. Label's supposed to go down, so that one's an L.
Clanker out back.
That one's an L for the clank. That one's an L for clankers everywhere.
I swear, this guy messes up again. This guy's gonna see the hose. I'm telling you, I'm gonna spray him to death with some water.
This guy's gonna see the hose out back.
Yeah. Clankers hate to see the hose coming in.
What is this clanker's name?
I don't know. What is it?
Bob? Rita? Not sure.
Is it Bob?
I don't know.
It's cool. Look at him.
It is cool, and we shall remain tuned in for any other things that are
Gary.
Next says this guy's name is Gary. Gary is an OG. He is an OG operator in the warehouse. As we move forward here, Costco reselling lore, an auction that we all missed out on. This comes to us by way of Shannon Jean, who we have had on the show, who always knows the best finds to be had in Costco's liquidation warehouse auctions. He says, I'll bet you didn't know that Costco auctioned off 9 brand new SpongeBob claw machines this past weekend. Am I right? And they sold for 50% of the Costco price. Kind of mad I missed it as well. MSRP just under $5K, 4,500, $500 per unit. Looks like they sold for 2,500 total, which is crazy. This guy got 9 machines, and the funny thing is that my neighbor has a business where he goes and places these in restaurants and bars and stuff.
Yeah.
And this would have been a great get for him.
Yeah, this is huge. This is the ultimate also man cave piece if you can get it. You have
SpongeBob.
Right, yeah,
SpongeBob.
A sweet man cave piece where you're like, yo, you guys want to go play? And it's just got all SpongeBob memorabilia. That's sick. I'm a huge fan.
A piece of history, especially if one grew up watching inside of, I believe SpongeBob's home was called Bikini Bottom. Is that correct?
He was in a pineapple under the sea.
Yeah. Sad to see it go, but glad somebody got the deal. Brahmi raises $33 million, Series B, led by VMG. This tweet comes to us from Drew Fallon, who always knows who raised money where and when. Founded in 2016 by Aaron Gotti, Brahmi introduced its protein pasta line in 2021 and is currently the fastest growing pasta brand in the U.S., expecting 400% growth year over year by end of 2026. Crazy. Bananas. And profitable, he notes. In 2014, Brahmi started with selling different flavored lupini beans in the U.S., with Larer Hippo writing the first check for $300K. The company's filings indicate $42 million raised to date. Today, Brahmi is entering every U.S. Walmart location along Whole Foods, Target, and Costco at 4,000 plus retail doors. Bananas. That is a lot. They're everywhere. If you're in every Walmart, Whole Foods, Target, and Costco, like where else can you be? This is crazy. I didn't even know about this brand. Did you know about protein pasta?
No, I had no idea. I mean, we can only have gluten-free pasta in our place, so I don't even know what other pastas are. But this is super bullish on the protein economy. We need protein in everything. I want protein in all my things. I'm trying to get my protein at max. And so this is absolutely incredible. 33 mil, a Series B, pretty sick. They're growing at 400%. Unbelievable. Good job for them.
Are you a 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh? Are you one of those?
No, I just maximize my protein at all times.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Next story, Bed Bath & Beyond and the Container Store are now one. We have covered this, so this is not surprising. If this was surprising to you, stay tuned to the show. Watch the show. We talked about this a long time ago. This exists, and now we are seeing the first images of the combined stores. You can see here the Container Store up top, on the bottom, Bed Bath & Beyond. And, Karen Shu proposes here that they should have rebranded. They should have rebranded, not just the Container Store / Bed Bath & Beyond. She's
terrible.
She says Bed Bath & Beyond / the Container Store. Laugh out loud. Not very creative there. Maybe Bed Bath & Containers would have done it, or I don't know. I don't know. What else would you have called this?
Beyond containers. That would have been
Beyond
funny.
containers. Beyond containers would have been good.
Containers and beyond.
Containers and beyond. I like that. I do like that,
Yeah.
actually. Containers and beyond. I kind of like Bed Bath and Containers a little bit.
Bed Bath and Containers. Yeah, they got to work on this. They can workshop this a little bit, but they got to figure something out here. This is look at that. That is a nightmare of a title. The Container Store, Bed Bath and Beyond. That, like, what am I putting that on every single? Am I typing that every single time for every memo I'm pushing out? No.
It's kind of like the hodgepodge KFC and Taco Bells. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh yeah. These are everywhere. Half the store is Taco Bell and half the store is KFC.
That's crazy.
It's a little crazy. Not my vibe.
Yeah.
Not my vibe. But we humbly put forth Bed Bath and Containers, and which one did you settle on that you were proposing?
Containers and Beyond.
Containers and Beyond. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like those.
It's a vibe.
Bed Bath and Containers, Containers and Beyond.
Yeah.
Next, spam hot dogs are about to be the new hottest thing. Hot dog of the summer. This comes to us by way of Ron at Ecomm, at Ron_Ecomm. Spam is launching a new product, Spam Dog. Not kidding. I want to try it, even though I know it will be underwhelming. I don't know, Ron. I don't know. I have literally never been disappointed anytime I have eaten Spam. I know there's a lot to hate on. Spam, some parts are meat. I know there's a lot of ways to throw shade their way. I personally, though, have never been disappointed with the taste of Spam. I mean, it tastes incredible. It is so good. And now, apparently, same SKU in a different form factor in the form of a hot dog. I feel like this is only going to make a gazillion bucks. Your thoughts, Colin?
Hard pass. I hope I never try this in my entire life.
Oh, gosh. Now I want to sneak one to you, because I think if you try this, you'll say like, wow, incredible hot dog. Where'd you get these? I'll be like, Spam. And you'll be like, no. But I'm telling you, Spam is so good.
So here's the thing. People that are pro, they go from, oh, this is a good hot dog, and they go, I'm going to graduate now, and I'm going to eat bratwurst now. That's how you level up. You don't stay in the hot dog game. You move to bratwurst.
Well, Spam's never made a hot dog, though. This is like a new hot dog.
No shot.
I mean, how often do you eat hot dogs? Probably not much.
Only baseball games, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Baseball games.
So just take that irregular pattern. Next time we slip a Spam dog in there, probably you're going to taste it and you're going to be like, America 250. It's probably what you're going to say.
That's what they should have done. The branding should have been around America 250.
Yeah, it would have been a great idea, actually. They should release this branded America 250 and like, hey, level up your hot dog game.
Yeah.
Eat the best hot dog ever. America 250.
4th of July, right on the corner.
Right. We should clip this and send this to them. I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Spam hot dogs to the moon, branded America 250. Sew in some like history, like American history. I'm sure there's they got American history somewhere back there, right?
For sure. Yeah, I got something.
I got something back there. Sew in some American history, and then like consummate America 250, the ultimate hot dog. We're making this for you. Celebrate July 4th. It's going to be awesome.
I love it.
And you know what else would be cool? I know like people in Hawaii like Spam Musubi. It's like a big deal in Hawaii. If there was like an MLB team on Oahu, it would be so cool if they served Spam hot dogs at the baseball game. It would.
Oh my gosh.
It would be so cool. It would be so cool. Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Spam hot dogs are here. Lastly, not only is Seek available now at Nude in Miami, it's also available at Laurel Supply.
Let's go.
Everybody loves our boy. They love our boy, and they love his coffee. Drink coffee, not mold. Coffee that does not kill you. Caleb continues to dominate. If you don't know about Laurel Supply, Andrea a few days ago put out that Laurel Supply is the latest hype beast grocer to open in LA. They have literally out-bougied Erewhon. That's her
I
take.
love it.
And
I love it.
Seek is available there as it should be.
Yeah, Seek is so good. Nicole will bring some to the hospital, and it actually helps her get through a shift. So shout out to Seek for making it convenient and amazing to have energy throughout your day.
Amazing product. Lastly, moment of Zen here, Colin. Jack, I'd love you to play this video for our friend who has yet to see this. Let me to play this video, and we don't need the sound. I just want him to see it. Skip about halfway through this thing. I mean, look how big this bed is, by the way.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no sound necessary. They're going to unroll this Alaskan size king. Some people think that the California king is like the biggest bed that exists. It's not true. There's an even bigger way to rest, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Alaskan size king. It is quite large. I think you could probably fit a mid-sized family on the entire mattress. You see this thing unwind here, and you realize, is there any way that American ingenuity can be stopped? No.
Oh my God.
We just make the beds even bigger.
Yeah.
Colin, as we finish our show here, we'd like to give you the last word. Any words of wisdom for our audience as we depart?
You should try to sleep on an Alaskan king bed because it looks really comfy.
America 250. Many thanks. Many thanks for Dan for joining the show. Dan, CEO of Zing. Many thanks to Sean Agatep, Vincero, for trying, doing his best. Internet, sometimes it gets in the way. It's okay. Many thanks to Cody Wittick, co-founder, CEO of Kinship, who would, I'm advocating for him to have a regular spot on the show because he's wise. And he brought to us the recap from Meta's Performance Marketing Summit. Many thanks to Northbeam, Incense, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, Aftersell, Axon by AppLovin, Proxima, and Universal Ads for making this show possible. Jack says, Gary, I don't know what that means, but we're thankful to you, Gary, for listening. And we're thankful to you for joining us. We're going to be here all week. We're here every day talking about what's now and next in e-commerce so operators like you can survive and thrive. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the other side.